All right, everybody. Welcome to Toy Frenzy. We've got an exciting Friendsgiving episode tonight. And I don't know, Oz. Let's not waste any time. Let's bring everybody in. What do you say?
Yeah. What do you think, Bobby? Bring everybody in?
Sure, no problem. I don't mind.
All right. I just want to say that if it weren't for Bobby and it weren't for Oz getting this whole thing together, man, this thing would just be me talking to the screen. So thanks, guys, for putting in all your effort. But this is going to be a lot of fun. And
I can't wait.
all right, so let's see. We're going to introduce. Let's see. We get these two guys in here. We've got Sean from Legends of Grayskull podcast, and we've got
Hi, everybody.
Matt the Dooch from Legends of Grayskull podcast here.
Hola.
We also have Mega J Retro joining us.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah.
Hey, Mega J.
Down there somewhere.
Matt,
Yes.
you're
Doctor?
pointing at
Doctor?
so many.
And we've got some other folks that recorded videos that we're going to be showing later. We're excited to show those. But yeah, this is it. This is the Oz, Bobby, and Skele Toy Frenzy way for us to show our thanks and get people in here to talk about stuff.
That's right.
So let's see who's in the
Let's
chat.
go through it here. We've got Gamer Bud fresh off of his hot IG debut for himself, doing his big unboxing video this week. Gamer Bud, thank you again for giving myself and Ray the honor of joining you on that. That was amazing. Absolutely
That was very cool.
amazing.
Very cool, Gamer Bud. Good to see you.
We got Masterversal Toy Hunter in the house saying, good evening, everybody.
Again, if you're not watching Masterversal Toy Hunters videos, y'all should do that. They're incredible. They're hilarious.
Need to be. We've got Thanos Copter with us. El Tenda is in the house.
El Tenda's in the house here in the chat, but also he sent us a video, so it's exciting.
right.
Thank you, El Tenda.
So we've got Collecting Classics. In the chat, come on, man. You got the link. Come on. Jump in. You're supposed to be a part of this.
You know,
Waiting for him.
But I mean, while you're out there in the chat, when people pass you the potato salad and the gravy, make sure you bring some back here for us too.
Yeah,
He's
we're
probably
hungry.
playing with his too bad.
Duchess of Darkness in the house too, fresh off of another Wicked Wednesday, absolutely outstanding. Now we've got Ray Black in the house with us as well.
That's
She's
right.
asking for the chicken. Oh man, I'm just trying to skip over a lot of the highs and introductions amongst each other. Nolan, of course, is with us as well. Glad to have you. Hillian Dread here
All
saying
right.
hey to everybody. And Chef M80 has joined us again. Good to have you,
Hey.
Chef. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
All right. Man, it's a really packed house, and everybody is going nuts in the chat tonight. This is great to see. I think I've pretty much caught up with everybody we're saying hey to. Uh-oh.
HP Brown Sauce Craft.
Oh.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
All
Oh my
right.
gosh. I want to say, listen, I had a visit from HP Brown Sauce Craft the other day, and I have some exciting things to show that he brought over to the Skelevator Toy Room.
That's
probably show that
great.
video later this weekend.
Okay. We've also got Damon in the house as well. And
Okay, we've also got David in the house.
made it to the right side of the channel. There we are.
Sorry, Ray, I had to put you on mute because there was an echo happening there. Sorry, Ray, I had to put you on mute. All right. Oh, here we go.
Try it now, Ray. Or is he muted again?
He's muted again. I can't
I
get
think
him
he's
unmuted.
looking for
now.
earbuds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think he's looking for his earbuds.
That makes
Perfect. Okay. Oh man.
We got
Ronald
Giraffe here.
Embry has jumped in as well. Jay Peregrine, Giraffe, Oh man, really full house tonight.
Hey, Brick something too. Did we get Brick something?
Yeah, there we go. Got to recognize Brick something. He was on the wrong stream, I guess. We've got it streaming on 2 channels tonight. It should be on both mine and Skelevator's tonight. Because we're just trying out some new things. We've recently upgraded the StreamYard, and so now we're trying a couple of new features out. Both of us are going to be trying to command the chat when we can, just to see what's going on. Hope we don't miss a lot. But because we do have such a huge packed show tonight, we will be trying to at least skip over a lot of the in talking and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But you can add us, and we'll be able to grab that a little quicker. And GamerBud just giving the big shout out to the entire panel here.
Hey, Gamer Bud.
Yeah.
Bobby's new nickname for the week is Freezing Face Bobby.
It's this nickname stuff, man. I'd rather stick with the blushing stuff.
Wait, hold on. Wait, that was last week.
Beardless Bobby.
Bold and the beardless Bobby. That's
Yeah.
true. Ray, how's it going tonight, man?
Yeah, good to see you.
So, want to commend Ray real quick on the fact that he got that Too Bad video out. I watched it at least like 2 to 3 times because I absolutely love that figure.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Man, so is this, we should launch our, what did we find this week, right?
Yeah, I
this is
think
great
so.
way
We got a
to do
big round table to go through this week.
it. I don't know why we can't hear you, Ray, but I've got you unmuted from this end, but we can't hear your voice. But no, I can't hear you.
No
we
sound, Ray.
We need like you got to have like a chalkboard where you can write your. No. This is what we get for crossing the streams. They told us not to do that.
Ray, log off and log back on now that you have your headset.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it might be in the settings in StreamYard.
Love it. Live.
Hey, man, you know, that's what it's all about. What
right.
can go wrong will go wrong with these.
Yeah.
So, yeah, round table. Who would like to go first with this week's picks?
Well,
Nobody stepping up?
I'm really anxious to show mine because I haven't opened it yet. I don't know. I think I know what's in the box, but I won something from Toy Anxiety. I wish Ryan was here right now, but I got something in the mail from Toy Anxiety. I don't know if any of you watched that show on YouTube, but it was pretty
Every week.
remarkable. What was that?
They're a great show. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I got something from them. It's in an Amazon box, but yep. I got some Target bags
That's always special.
High class right there.
and a
Hard to
the
find.
Walmart bag.
It's
That's
even
right,
more
man.
rare.
We all know what those look like.
Proper pack of materials.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
The
Chris,
What
Mulder
a
Crease.
set.
now,
Maldo Crease.
yeah, I wasn't gonna get this, but I really wanted the spider creature, because the Ralph McQuarrie illustrations
Yeah.
that this is
That's how they
inspired
get you.
by. So thank you, Toy Anxiety. I love it. I'm gonna open it up, take some pictures with the spider.
Absolutely. So, also want to give a shout out. We've got Figuratively Speaking in the house, which you all may know as John Westby has joined us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, John, that's cool.
John's starting his own channel, so we should all
Yep.
subscribe. To him.
Absolutely, guys. Definitely
Fantastic.
check out Figuratively Speaking. Subscribe to the channel. John's a great guy. Absolute great guy.
John, I'll go ahead and add your link down at the bottom of the screen after this tonight.
Let's give a test, Ray. Speaking 1, 2, 3.
Nope,
I see his mouth moving. Still nothing.
nope. You
Nothing.
try something.
Are you sure you're not just miming with us at
Ray,
this
check
point?
your settings. You know how to do it? Yeah, check your settings.
Oh,
Under your settings, check the microphone. Hey, we got somebody attacked you.
Yes. He likes my
Ambush.
microphone cord.
Friendsgiving Crasher.
that's what you got this week.
Panther just
Battle
jumped.
cat.
Panther just jumped you.
Right, man.
The stinker.
Thanks,
All right.
Nolan. Thanks, Nolan. Thanks, Nolan.
So this is
Hey,
my
I
big
thought-
pick because
Say
my other
something, Ray?
I hear something.
Here's something, yeah.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
I
are.
hear you. There
Yeah.
you go, Ray. Say something. Say something else.
It's interesting. I can barely hear him.
Yeah, I can barely
Yeah.
hear him too.
He's like in a alternate universe or something.
Ray, try to say something again.
It's like Poltergeist.
Check.
I hear check.
Please.
Okay,
Check, please.
you're delayed.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
There's a weird delay.
Check.
No, there it is. There it is. You're back.
All right. It is. It's like this is like that. Poltergeist.
It's like your microphone is on your camera, not your because I can hear an echo.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a rebound.
It's getting weird.
I don't get it.
I don't know either. Well, hopefully you can get that adjusted, Ray. Oz, what were you just about to show off there?
Well, found it in the wild today. Pretty hard to come, or not today, but this past week. The Mankind WWE Superstars figure.
Nice.
Which, if you guys know, this goes right along with the
This is
The
on mine's
Origins line, and it works.
Checkers.
Oh,
Checkers. I
Checking
can go for
cash.
some checkers.
Oh wait, say
Checkers.
something again, Ray.
You use these headphones? Yeah, I've used it.
Ray, I think you're coming through a little better now.
Can't hear you.
It is so weird. Ray, take your headset off. See if that helps. Just out of curiosity.
it's so strange. It's like he's right there, but so far away.
All right, guys, I gotta duck out, but let me show you guys what I've picked up. Which I'm pretty sure everybody knows what I picked up.
I'm gonna full screen it. Hold on.
You don't have to full screen me; it's okay. But
Oh,
there he is, right? I found this in the wilds of Canada. So
Nice.
there we go. It is Serpentor himself.
It's phenomenal you were able to find him on the shelf.
GameStop has a relationship with Hasbro Pulse. Ever since the Hasbro Pulse Con, we've always received it. As a matter of fact, the very first Hasbro Pulse Con, I ordered on Hasbro Pulse, found everything in the store the next day, and I canceled all my orders. So I mean, like that was back in 2020, right? So ever since then, 3 years strong, they always seem to get the exclusives. I found a lot of the Star Wars exclusives like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So
Oh, wow.
it's pretty crazy.
Marco,
There we go.
Oh,
There it is.
There he is.
Hallelujah.
did I make it?
You made it.
Yeah.
You made it. You can take over. You can take over for me because I just got to duck out really quick. So, guys, there is my find for the week. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay.
All right.
See you
Thanks,
soon.
Jay.
All right, guys.
All right. So Nolan requests that you actually sing to test your mic, Ray. I don't know if you're still up for it, but feel free.
Figaro.
Boy, it hurt my ears.
I think
they were
Giraffe.
singing a Tool
I
song.
thought it was a catchy tune. Figaro.
See
We're
what
dealing
you
with
did
figs
there?
here,
Love it. Giraffe seems to think that you lost your voice from all the cheering after Eternity of Fun.
Yeah, pretty much. That was week 1, right?
Yeah, man.
We're still healing. We're still healing.
All right. So
How's everybody doing? So I made it. I'm here. You guys can hear me? Are we ready to party?
we can
Yep.
hear you, man. It's
Yep.
coming in
Yep,
loud
you're
and
good
clear.
now.
Absolutely loving it.
Somebody pass the bacon.
So
Yeah.
Ray,
Let's get
Ray, have you met Sean and Matt from Legends of Grayskull podcast yet?
What's up?
I have not. Nice to meet you guys.
You as well.
I'm a huge fan of their podcast, so it's a real honor having them here. And
Absolutely.
you know, whenever an episode of theirs launches,
Yep.
I can stop watching your channel for hours and listen
Oh
to
boy.
And we promise that's coming
You're
back.
on
We've
all
been
the
on a
time,
bit of
right?
a hiatus, but we're coming back strong in a little bit here.
That's
That's
okay.
Can't wait for it, man.
No,
So-
awesome. Pleasure to be here. Thank you guys for the invite. And yeah, let's rock and roll. Who's up next? I just got here, so somebody else go.
Oz, we started Oz twice, but we need to let him finish.
Yeah,
his
let's
share.
see what.
Well, only other weekly picks that I got, unfortunately, are not here with me, but I did speak about them. My Roboto and Shira did come in. They're just at my buddy's house for the moment, and I will have to get them for this weekend. But yes, my Shira and Roboto came in. But I do want to highlight here.
Now, are you talking the Origins
Origins.
reissues? Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Gotcha.
Origins reissue, guys, because I missed them on the initial wave, so I was really glad earlier this year when they popped back up for pre-order again. So Hillian Dread was asking, now that Eternia is a done deal, are Mo Tuesdays dead? Because Mattel didn't do anything on Twitter this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hillian Dread, the Mo Tuesdays died on October 12th at He-Man's birthday. They kind of cut that out. But they still had been like releasing a lot of news on the regular. So who knows? But I mean, we can always keep doing Mo Tuesdays, just kind of compile it and post it ourselves and keep the love of Mo Tuesdays alive. Ray is still going hard with Mo Wednesdays. You know, every Wednesday he's bringing us lives, you know, no matter what. So, you know, if you need your weekly fix of like a Mo Tuesday, definitely go follow Collecting Classics on IG.
Yeah.
Check out his YouTube, because yesterday, all I can say was fucking huge.
Yeah.
That's with 2 G's, folks.
You're not joking, man. Yeah, I'm not even joking. This is a 40th buck, and then this is Too Bad next to him.
That's amazing.
That's massive.
We're all struggling to not be jealous.
Massive. He's huge. Too Bad is like a giant. It's outrageous.
That's incredible. We've never seen him that big before.
No. Oh.
Here, Ray, hold it back up again real quick. I want to give everybody an idea of the scale for those that may not have caught it. Hold on. We're going to go.
So these feet are as close together as I could get them at level height.
That is intense. My God. He's
So
huge.
That's feet at the same height. Yeah, he's massive.
Insane.
And if you were to have a little bit more fun and you wanted to go 5.5, he's really big. He looks really good.
Phenomenal. Now, Matt and Sean, how do you all feel about this Too Bad?
Oh, it's beautiful. Best Too Bad since 2000X, really. I mean, it's I always love when they do the height variation. And I like that this time, 2000X, they did, the purple side being the shorter monster guy. So I like that this time they bumped it the other way with him being the taller guy. It's always a figure that always looks amazing. I love my vintage, my classics will sit proudly on my shelf again soon. And I can't wait to grab this guy as well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I dig the size variation because that's something you never get typically in an action figure line. It's usually, okay, they're all going to be 6 inches or 7 inches across the board. And I like that it makes Too Bad have this almost like an ogre vibe to him now compared to just, here's 2 people that were squished together, if you want to go by 2000X standards, by Skeletor being pissed at them. And
I like that
this
origin
puts it in
better.
a whole new perspective, and I like that.
And you can't forget the nice nods to the original concept art with the belt and the weapon and everything. So that's
cool.
always fun when they pull out that kind of stuff, which Skele should know about now because I'm sure he's been looking through that Power and Honor Foundation book.
That's right. Which I won through Legends of Grayskull podcast. Yes, you tied that right back. Very good. I think
full circle.
can we go back to Brick Something's comment, Brute Scale?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's the new hashtag of the year, folks. Brute Scale.
Brute scale, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of shout outs here for Ray on his coverage of it. Duchess was saying, that was a great night last night, Ray. Absolutely was. It was a huge shock. Love to have that come out.
Yeah.
It helped brighten my night. That live, oh my God, that live had me in stitches. Okay.
I just subscribe to Ray right now, so I don't miss any breaking news from here on out. So.
Thanks, guys. No, last night's live was unexpected. I really didn't expect to get too bad. I didn't expect to get the call this week, next month. I didn't expect to see him at all this year. And I got the call, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go to my buddies now. And went and picked him up, and blown away. Totally surprised. You know what I mean? It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
What a great way to celebrate your 10 years of sobriety that you announced too on there. It's a great way.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome,
yeah. So it's been a long road, but you know what? We made it, and we're here with you guys, and we're having a blast. So did anybody else pick up anything this week, or am I the only one that's avidly toy hunting like a rabid fool?
I showed my Mankind. Ray missed it. I did show off my Mankind WWE Superstars to go with my Origins, and Skelly had his awesomeness.
Oh yeah, I got the Mandalorian and Grogu snowy edition.
Oh, there you go.
That's right.
Bobby, I think you said you had something to share, right?
Well, yeah, I just got a shirt. I got this shirt I'm wearing today.
Ooh. Oh, that's
the
Battle Modi.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful.
a Joe Amato design, and I bought it from him.
Very nice.
We love Joe Amato's designs.
And Master versus Maniac Mexico has come to join us.
Happy to have you back. This is great. So Sean, Matt, nothing for the week?
No, I picked up a house a couple weeks ago, so me and my wife had been. That's been the main reason for our hiatus. Is I've been in the flux of moving for like the past month, and haven't been able to find the time. So nope, definitely haven't been toy hunting. I'm just at the point now where I'm trying to get all the regular stuff unpacked so that I can start putting up my toys again, which are all in boxes all around me at this point. So.
I know I've said this before. I'm pretty confident, but one of my favorite things about collecting is organizing and reorganizing, packing and unpacking. It's such a glorious thing. So I'm a little jealous of this opportunity. It's going to be fun.
And this is actually the first time, because our last house, it had an unfinished basement, and now I have a finished basement. So this will be the first time in probably a decade that I'll actually have the opportunity to have all my collection out at once. Because normally I just have a case or two, and I've got to kind of rotate and bring the new stuff in, pack up some of the old stuff just to make room. So yeah, this is going to be fun actually seeing everything together.
Yeah, I'm a fan of collector space. I'm a fan of utilizing as much space as you can because I don't have that much myself. So whenever I hear of people expanding the space for collection space, that's a beautiful thing, my friend.
Yeah,
absolutely. I look forward to it.
We were talking about that last week with Sean. He's got his basement now. You guys have your basement, so you can really sort of. I know, Sean, you mentioned you like where it is right now, but you could do more, right?
I'm transitioning a whole bunch of stuff because I'm going to be setting up shop down here permanently, and I got to figure out how all that's going to work, along with the other night I packed up a whole bunch of just packaging that I've left all over the place. After I'm one of those people, I'll unbox something and I'll put it up and I'll be so proud of it on the shelf, and the box is still left there 5 months later because it's just like, no, it's on the shelf, I'm happy. No, it's on the shelf, I'm happy, and all that. And I told my wife the other day, I'm like, I got kind of like an island of plastic down here now that I got to get rid of. So my daughter and I are going to be throwing that into the recycling bin come Monday night.
Oh man,
Very good.
that's fort building fodder right there.
Yeah, that or with the way I've been lately, where I'm nailing stuff out because I've been trying to sell off some pieces to offset a few things, and it's like, well, that's also great nailing too. Like I know the figure will be safe in any packaging that I have down here, but at the same time, if it's just sitting here for that long, it can go. I think. So,
Yeah.
So I guess I'm the last one. Yeah, I got, amazingly, it was today. I got this order that I put in back in March. It was a pre-order, and it showed up on my doorstep. So I get to show it off tonight, which is really cool. So, and this is actually going to segue into this weekend, Oz. So, over here,
Guys, we're
nice.
making carrot cake. I'm sorry to cut you off. We're making carrot cake. I got to make sure that doesn't burn. And
Sure.
I'm going to pop a bottle of sparkling apple cider because, I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
All right. See you in a minute, Ray.
So, Mythic Legions, this is the deluxe dwarf Legion builder that came in. And he's fresh and minty out of the box. And then I have
Hold him up again real quick.
the deluxe Gladiator.
God, these things are neat
That's
looking.
awesome.
Deluxe
Beautiful.
Yep.
dwarf.
And again,
He looks like Gimli to me. Like, I know he's not 100%, but he looks so much closer. This is such a cooler figure than most of the dwarves I've seen in the line to this point. He's got a little more character, in my opinion. So, but there's that one. And the Gladiator, which on the Adamon figure, is the He-Man homage. I had to buy an extra one of those off of eBay because I thought it made sense to have a skull, like gray skull armor on.
Oh, like the sideshow statue does.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll go there. That's cool. So got him, and I also got, as long as I'm not dropping these guys, then over on this side I have the Deluxe Barbarian.
Woo!
oh, actually, yeah. Let me bring him up real quick.
He's pretty sweet. You got the trident and this
Oh,
sword that I'm pretty sure could probably cut a car in half.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and also the axe on
great
the side, which
figures.
is really sweet. And also a Dark Templar figure.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's cool.
So,
Gosh.
Fantastic.
and these are all a fairly recent wave. And then one other thing I wanted to show off because it let's see, where'd you go? Here you are. So for the packaging on some of the Masterverse figures, like New Eternia Beastman, for instance, New Eternia, he's not New Eternia, but the Too Bad that just came out.
Yeah.
Origins, Castle Grayskull, and he's worked with the Horsemen on a lot of things. Nate Barch.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is a figure he helped to create with the Horsemen.
Oh,
Wow.
This accessory pack with the pauldrons, and then he actually has this huge over here. Hold on. This is what they call a giant, half giant.
Yep.
So
Okay.
he's definitely a bigger figure. He also has fur and everything for the loin piece, which is really cool because he's kind of like a Legion builder figure, but they want an extra step. And then on top of that, he has this really cool hammer. I ended up having to buy another one because my original took a header and it broke. And Matt darn well knows I can't handle things when they're loose. It drives me up the wall. So
He cannot.
I can't. But this is the top of a hammer that figure has.
Wow.
And I rebought it, and it's carved in wildebeests on either side.
Wow.
So you can hit them over the head with it, or because of the whatever, I can't think of the name off the
Horns.
for the life of me. The horns. You could also skewer people if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other cool thing is you could actually put like a head on top of here, and just have it like, okay, it's a warning to let people know he's coming to get you. You know. So
Multi-tool.
just a little teaser of what Oz is going to be jumping headfirst into with me and Jesse on Saturday night.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, like that's going to be great on Saturday night. Sean and Jesse, and I think Brick Something's going to join you too, right?
That's
Yes.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
Sean and Jesse are gonna school Oz and Brick Something on Mythic Legions. And for those of you that are not familiar with that line, that's a great opportunity to learn about the magic of the Four Horsemen Studios and what they're doing over there, because it's amazing. I like Matt, you helped me get the Stinkor and the Moss Man, Bryophytus and
Mephitor.
Thank you. And they are so beautiful that every time I have to decide, like, am I gonna, if I enter into that territory, it's gonna be all over for me. It would be like buying a Mondo figure. I think I would just be like, it would be the end.
And actually, it would be even worse for you, Skele. I don't have as much of a problem because I pick and choose. But for all of you artistic guys, once you get into the pop and swap capabilities on those things, that's where Sean gets in trouble, Jesse gets in trouble, like, because that's all they do is sit there and just mix and match parts. And I look at stuff they do like that, you know. I mean, just for anybody who can't paint, can't, you know, customize, can't sculpt, you can make so much out of these guys just the way they are with no changes. That figure Sean's holding is just cobbled together from different parts. I'm sure he's done no paint to it or anything, but it's a completely brand new character that no one else is going to have.
Exactly.
You know, so I know, Skele, you're the same way. You're so artistic. Those you'd be creating so much. You know, I hear Sean and Jesse all the time. They're like, I buy figures just to tear them apart. I bought that for the biceps. I bought that other guy for the boots. I bought that guy for the weapons. Yeah, you got all those pieces everywhere.
The budget pop and swap for me is Origins. Like it's
That's
like
right.
the perfect price point for me to be able to just like mash a bunch of things.
That's why I keep getting these.
Yep. Yeah. Same concept, but cranked up to 11. The way, I mean, every little part is.
Yeah,
you know, you can break it down into a million pieces. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And I'm sure they'll get into that on Saturday. I don't want to steal too much of that.
It's a hell of a rabbit hole. It's like they say, you know, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Well, this is a hell of a addiction to get into if you're a toy person, because it like you'll come up with a pop and swap, and then you might be online and you see somebody else came up with something else, and you're like, I need to make that one now. And now I need these parts, and you'll go through and start like combing eBay, because there's people that are just selling fodder on eBay, and those pieces by themselves can go anywhere between $10 to $50, depending what part you're looking for.
So when do you guys think the first Mythic Legions recovery meeting will be?
There's no recovery
anytime soon. I think it's the fever is still catching, actually, because there's a lot of people like Legions Con 2021 versus 2022 was like 5 times bigger. Yeah. With the amount of people that showed up. So it just shows the line is growing exponentially every year. And I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
And don't even get into all the third party parts that are out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's insane.
A lot of people with 3D printers I've been seeing, and wow.
Yeah. It's an amazing thing for creatives, Mythic Legions. Bobby, what do you think about Mythic Legions? We haven't really talked about it too much.
No, I don't get into it because I didn't want to get into another line. You know, like just like he was saying, you know, once I get into something, I got to go full board. Yeah, and I don't like it, but in my head right now, I'm thinking of the NECA Dungeons and Dragons figures. You know, so I might get those, but the Mythic Legions I couldn't get into for some reasons, but especially cost wise, you know. But I didn't really look into them. I kind of like, if I don't get into something, I don't look at it anymore. So I don't even know what's coming out in the future for those shows. Yeah, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind type of deal. So but once I see those figures, it's like, oh man, why didn't I get those? But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to have anywhere else to put this stuff. So,
well,
you know.
if you're a completist, it's probably the worst possible line you can ever get into because some of the figures from the first wave, those could cost you practically $500 a pop.
Yeah, see,
depending which ones, because some of those have not been re-released.
Right.
But then if you go in on the newer stuff, some of those figures, depending where you get them on a pre-order, they're a little more like a NECA figure price.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got maybe $30 to $35 per figure.
Pre-order direct from the Horsemen when they first come out. It's the best value of any figure out there. I mean, $37 for a basic figure with all the parts and pop and swap and all that. Like it's just unheard of.
Yeah.
So we are getting a bit of a preview of this weekend's episode now.
Just a little bit.
There's
so much more.
Right.
So much more.
We're gonna have tons and tons to talk about this weekend about it, and I can't wait. So I brought up Giraffe comment because he was asking about the Mankind figure having the same body as Motu characters, and to answer that question, yes, they stopped doing the Masters of the WWE Universe line, which if you haven't seen, that's a mashup between Masters of the Universe and WWE.
Yep.
They stopped doing that line, but what they did do was they started making superstars. So these are just wrestling figures based off of their actual in-ring personas, no Masters Universe gimmick, and it normally comes with some kind of soft goods. And yes, it is the same buck and body style of Origins. Because the main one that I got this for was the an original lineup, Wave 1. They had, as I can't take his arm out, but you'll see, it's the same parts. But yes, the I got it for Bray Wyatt because he had a trench coat and a top hat, and I wanted them for my Scareglow.
I like it.
These are really the poor man's pop and swap. You know what I mean? Like if you can't do Mythic Legions, you can grab all these figures and mix and match them up.
And I still have my cane sitting over here.
That's
showing them off, so you can see they are perfectly into scale. And yes, I will probably do a Kane versus Mankind match at some point in time.
That's beautiful.
Not during my work day. No, I would never do that.
No. So you know what? This is Friendsgiving, right? And so in order to sort of launch into our what are we thankful for segment of our show, I couldn't say segment for some reason. We have a special guest who's just popped in. So let's all welcome Ryan Dole. Oh, there he is.
There I am.
How's it going, Ryan?
What's going on?
Nothing. Well, I just finished work. It's a long day today. It's been a long week in general. But man, what better time to just chill out and let's talk some toys.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I was just earlier today. I opened up my package from Toy Anxiety. This is what I won from your show.
Yep.
Craig sent it to me. I'm excited about that little spider. I'm stoked. Thank you guys so much for that.
Well, that's all Craig picking up toys off his floor that he has nowhere to put. So,
Perfect.
You guys heard it here. Behind the scenes, Craig doesn't actually go out and put thought into these. It's just, I picked this up and it's still sitting here.
That is not always true. He's been pretty good about, like, if there's something people kind of looking for, like the NECA 2-packs with turtles and stuff like that, he's bought more than one for prizes. So, I mean, he does pretty good.
Yeah.
But he also has a lot of stuff on his floor.
Hashtag floor toys, folks.
There you go. Hashtag ouch, stepping on them.
Yeah, right. Especially if it's Mythic Legions, right? I mean,
I'll tell you, when I pop and swapped a few of them, I've actually bled a few times. So yeah, those things. If somebody like busts into your house, grab your Mythic Legions, defend them off. You will probably do some damage.
I'm gonna throw this flaming pumpkin from my headless horseman at
Yeah,
him, man. That
there
thing's
you
got
go.
some weight to it.
There you go. You know what? We have some videos here, and I know that some folks like El Tenda, I know he's a hardworking guy. He probably has work early tomorrow. So we do have some some thanks videos that we'd like to share. Do you think it's a good time to do it, guys?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah. Let's
sure.
go ahead.
And then we'll go into what we're thankful for. So let's start with, let's see. We'll start with El Tenda, since I just mentioned him. So I'm going to go ahead and add him to the stream. And actually, Ray's back. So welcome back, Ray. All right. Do you think, let's see.
we are so close to Brady Bunch in this, man.
I know.
I'm loving it. I'm gonna have to try to edit this and do some kind of
Matt gets
Brady.
Alice.
I'm Alice. I'm good. I win.
I wish I had a second camera. I'd bring my Groucho Marx puppet, and you can have him sit in the corner.
Oh man, how great would that be? And next year's Friendsgiving, we'll do a startup video like the Brady Bunch, and
Yep.
On the bottom sides, we should have He-Man and Skeletor just for the
There you
heck.
go.
There we go.
Bobby, after you mentioned that last week, I went and looked on eBay for Groucho Marx ventriloquist dolls. Happened upon a W.C. Fields one and a Laurel and Hardy ones, and I just got Bozo the Clown, and I started to get terrified and excited at the same time.
The Bozo one's cool.
Yeah, they're all cool, man. I remember there was a toy store here in town called Arthur's Toys, and they had a whole row of the ventriloquist toys in the early 80s, and it was terrifying and fascinating. All right, let's hear from El Tenda. Let's hear what he's thankful for here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add him to the stream here.
I'll get you up. Oh, hey guys, Toy Frenzy guys, you got me, huh? And I was having fun with my toys. Oh well, I guess we have to talk. Yes, I love your guys' channel. I enjoy your live chats and live shows, like whatever you want to call it. And I've been trying to follow all of them as much as possible due to schedule work is always hard. I was guesting one. I had a really great time. I have to say it's not easy to find people that collect toys with a passion and a friendship that you guys have, which is super cool. And of course, my good friend Skele asked me to do a video for you guys that you are Toy Frenzy, and also from your subscribers, viewers, whatever you want to call them. Why I like this channel, your guys' channel shows, because it's fun, enjoyable, and relaxing. We need some of that stuff once in a while. That being said, I've been asked from Toy Frenzy also to leave a message about what I'm grateful for Thanksgiving, and which is very easy. I'm grateful to have a healthy, especially in this time. I have a good family, a house with a roof on my head, a job. Economy is tight. I know we gotta cut some expenses here and there. So of course, toys are the first thing get affected by that. But other than that, hey, there's more important things, I guess. As you can see, I got plenty anyway. So other than that, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your family. Hopefully, you're gonna have some relax. Hopefully, we'll be able to afford a good meal, especially during these times. Other than that, keep going. With you, as far as Toy Frenzy goes, you guys keep doing what you're doing. Good job. As far as subscribers, new subscribers, people thinking about subscribing, do it, and do it. And as always, like I said in my channel, God bless you. God bless America. Stay safe and stay cool. Bye.
All right, thanks, El Tenda.
Thank you.
That was
How
great.
great was that?
I think I was crying there in the middle. You got me all choked up with how sentimental he was.
A little
Love
bit.
it.
I did notice he has zero room for Eternia. So I don't know where.
I don't think anybody has room for Eternia. We're going to get it, though.
Everybody's trying to go on Google and buy that virtual land and then show up there and try to put Eternia down.
Oh, jeez.
See, if you're in Matt's situation with a new house and reconfiguring the basement toy room, and sort of starting over on what to decide to do. I'm Matt. I don't think you got the Eternia playset, but
No.
But it's an opportunity to to reconfigure things and move things around, and that's just fun.
Yeah. No, if I had had the funds, I might have been tempted to, but just not right after buying the house.
I totally understand. So thank you, El Tenda, again. Look, he wrote elbow cough, yeah. So much.
Right.
Yeah, we loved it. And also Brick something. Did you show this already, Oz?
No, I hadn't gotten down to it yet. So
yeah, fun, enjoyable, and relaxing. That's right. That's what that's what it should be about.
that's right. We try to make it as fun and relaxing as possible. Toys are supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be able to enjoy them with your friends. Thanksgiving is all about spending time with friends and family. So what better way to do that than to talk about toys with your friends for Thanksgiving,
And
Great.
politics.
Yes.
What?
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 I'm on the wrong show.
Yeah. Okay.
I seem to
Wait,
have
Friends,
stepped
the
into the
number
wrong
one politics
studio.
podcast, isn't it?
That's
Oh my
I got Duke coming out of this show. I
I'd
got
rather
suckered
try
in.
and steal, the number one sports channel from Toy Anxiety.
Oh, good luck. Yeah.
I know. I mean, I can't get enough of your guys' coverage of sports ball.
Of Slam Dunk and Donatello? You can't get enough talk about Slam Dunk and Donatello? Well, I'll tell you what. There's more Slam Dunk and Donatello coming in the future. I'll tell you.
I'll tell you, Toy Talk is about as much politics as I can take, anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, have you guys
Yeah.
already talked about Hasbro and them selling their entertainment stuff again?
No.
It'll be a third time in a row. Well, Hasbro's a hot mess, and I think we can all agree with that.
Oh, absolutely. Their stock is their interest is down in Magic the Gathering sector, that like 34%. They just released on like pretty important streams, MSNBC even, and they got called out for being greedy. And as a player, my buddy just came. I had company over. He brought me a pack of Magic, and we were talking about it. I just opened a pack, and it's just kind of like I was an avid player, and to see Hasbro not only acquire Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering, but in a way that kind of it changed the game dramatically, because we were so used to seeing maybe 4 sets a year, maybe 3 sets a year. To I think the last 2 years we've seen like 14 plus.
Yeah.
And it's just it feels like a money grab, and they've been reprinting cards. They've kind of found these loopholes. And they've exploited it, and they've turned Magic the Gathering into kind of like the sports card arena type of sales.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just taken a massive plunge. Even diehards are just kind of like, hey, I can't keep doing this, guys. Like something's got to give. So I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see Hasbro paying for it.
Yeah, me too. It's that I feel like we get that press release from Hasbro like every 3-4 years, where it's like we're gonna slow down on these movies and the music, and we're gonna focus on what we're here for the toys, for the ponies, and the Joes and the Transformers, and it's just gonna be the whole other cycle. It's just I don't know, man.
We're gonna cut out plastic.
See it.
Okay.
Yeah, to lower costs, mind you. Lower costs.
Lower
exactly.
costs.
Right.
Meanwhile, we're going to increase the costs because we're only trying to actually increase profits.
And then let's not talk about the toxic packaging and foiling and ink usage and cardstock usage. Let's not look at that.
It's getting real political now. We're gonna have to bring up Cryptoys.
Oh God!
It's getting full. We're getting packed here.
No.
I love that. You don't like that?
That's where it's going.
Did it.
Right?
I bought a Cryptoid, but it's actually plastic. See that?
There you go.
Yeah.
I got a Stinkor one too.
No Cryptoid. No, not for me.
I'm sorry. You could not get me to buy into that ripoff.
$40 for something.
40 bucks a pair. 40 bucks a pair.
This is what I have to say. Their idea for cryptos. Too bad. Too bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Prop comedy. We've hit there.
All right.
Which was sad because Gallagher died, and I'm a big fan of Gallagher.
I know. Now we're all going to get sad.
Yeah. I have a picture of him with his shirt on. I saw him in 1988, and he's awesome.
That is awesome. Were you in the front row?
No, luckily not. Nope.
GamerBud says vote He-Man, and that's about as real political as I want to get on that.
Yeah. So, all right, let's continue with real plastic, real rubber, and we've got Mark Enright from Mortarheads, the mask maker that NECA just commissioned to make those Masters of the Universe rubber masks. He contributed a thanks video as well, because we had him on the show a while back. Now, Mark, when you rewatch this, I know you may not be watching right now, but when you rewatch this, apologies, because I cannot figure out how to get this video to be straight up and down. So you're sideways. You're going to be sideways on our screen. But here's his video.
What's up, Toy Frenzy fans? This is Mark Enright from Mortarheads. Skelevator reached out to me, wanted me to do a video for you guys, and he wanted me to let people know what I'm thankful for. And I would have to say I'm super thankful for my wife and my kids, obviously, but I couldn't do what I do without the support of my wife. I'm very thankful and lucky to have her in my life. But besides that, I'm also super thankful for all the people out there who have bought stuff from me, helped spread the word about Mortarheads, gave me work. I appreciate you all immensely, and hopefully I'll have more stuff available that you'll dig and keep on buying. So with that said, I think that's it. Thankful for many more things, but it's just too long of a list for me to go through. And by the way, I gotta get back to work, so y'all have a good one, and I'll see you soon.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's at Bastille Halloween decorations.
My favorite Halloween decoration of all time, hands down. On that episode, talked all about that thing.
Yeah.
When I first discovered his work, it was because he had done that, and also the Star Wars Kenner action figure rubber masks too.
Yeah, that's how I found him, was through the Kenner masks.
Phenomenal.
God, such a pleasure talking.
I love his McDonald's hamburger ones too that he's been doing.
Oh man.
The vegan nightmare. Yes.
Like, that stuff's awesome.
Amazing.
Really is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
So, Joe, did you see Bobby's wearing your T-shirt up there in the corner?
Yeah, I thanked him for it. It's awesome, Joe. I appreciate it.
Beautiful. Oh, love that.
Beautiful work, Joe. So let's take a break from the videos. What are you all thankful for? And you didn't have to think about it or anything like that, but I just want to maybe I'll start it off just so that I can get it out of my system. But I usually say something like this every episode, but I just want to say that when my daughters talked me into starting my YouTube channel right before the pandemic hit, I had no idea that I would eventually be talking to Matt and Sean from Legends of Grayskull podcast. I had no idea I'd have new friends like Ryan and Oz and Bobby and Joe Amato and El Tenda and the list goes on and on and on. I had no idea that I would have 3 amazing Patreons either. Brick Something, Motu Origins Cork, and Gamer Bud. So I'm just thankful that in my secret life, my life away from work, my life in toys has become such a positive thing for me, beyond just me as a kid playing, playing in the woods with my toys by myself. It's evolved to this thing where like, I have a community to share this with, and it's phenomenal. I'm thankful to all you guys. Ray, like when I see Ray's enthusiasm on his Instagram channel, it just blows my mind. So I just want to, I'm thankful for you all. I'm thankful that you're here. I'm thankful that I'm able to do this. I'm thankful that it only slightly annoys my wife and daughters. I'm thankful for that. And they let me have these vintage figures out here in the dining room. I mean, that's all the stuff. So maybe that'll help get the ball rolling. That's what I'm thankful for. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. I want to thank myself. I want to give myself a pat on the back. No, I'm sorry, I had to steal that. That's from Dee Dee Ramone's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's right.
But no, I want to say that I'm thankful for my family and my home and my job and all that stuff,
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to have this weekly episode with everybody. It's like an episode of Cheers. We're all gathering around. We're all buddies. We're all friends. We all chat. People in the chat talk to us. We talk back with them. And it's just a fun thing to do and enjoy each other's company. And since I started doing podcasts in August, I've met a lot of people I never thought I would meet. I met Oz and Skele. I watched them. They watched my show, and now we're on the show together. And I met with Ray, and we've talked to him, and he's just fantastic. Now I'm meeting all you guys, and Jay and Sean and Dooch and Ryan. It's fantastic. And Joe is a big help for me doing podcasts. He guided me a lot on how to do it and what to look for and get into. So I appreciate his guidance as well. And I'm just happy just to be here. I'm just happy.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad to meet everybody in the chat. And they give me names and stuff like that and stuff. But I know it's a terms of endearment. So that's what I'm happy about. And I'm glad that Adam is now on our new show with us. We just did our first episode, so it's a great time to be a fan, and especially Masters of the Universe being out now all over the place, new toy lines and stuff. So it's just a fantastic time. That's what I got.
I'll roll off of that.
Cheers.
A little bit there. Obviously thankful for all that. I'm thankful. It's kind of the same thing with you guys. I mean, me and Sean, we're coming up in our 3 years here of our podcast, and it's really opened the door. It's allowed me, I was a closeted geek for a long time. I go to work, I do my family stuff, and then I just kind of do my thing by myself with my collection. You know what I mean? And this has helped not only me be able to fly my geek flag, get to meet all you great guys and more, and all that, but honestly, it's helped my wife really understand now what this means. Like, she always knew I was into this stuff, but she didn't get what it meant or how big of a thing it is. Like, she thought it was just me and maybe 12 guys on an internet forum, And so it's really opened her eyes. She supported me all the way. She was one of our first subscribers. Everything we've done on Facebook, like, she's always been very supportive, even though she does not get it at all. But I don't know, it just kind of helped merge the two worlds and kind of just helped me be more me 100% of the time. And it's a great stress relief, just being able to do this kind of stuff and geek out with your buddies. So I'm thankful for all that. I'm thankful for all the opportunities that this stuff has opened. And I got to emulate Bobby. Like, it's just a great time to be a toy collector, just the great stuff coming out, Masters, Mondo, all that. I had, even, all this stuff, video game figures. I mean, I grew up loving, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I never thought I'd get a figure like, in a box somewhere, like my Link from Twilight Princess. You know what I mean? Like, it was unheard of. Even when we were growing up, all this stuff was popular with us. You didn't get this kind of support in this high quality merchandise. So I'm thankful for just being in this time and being able to be a small part of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I should go next because I'm right next to him.
It feels like it.
Yeah,
you and me,
flow.
buddy.
Just the flow. There we go.
Yeah.
So I think Matt knows some of my story, but not many others do. But when I was in my 20s, I was going through a really lonely phase until I met a group of friends because I was working part-time at a comic book shop. And through that, I had these 5 people around me every week on New Comic Day on Wednesday nights, and then on the weekends we'd hang out too, and they became my family, basically. And unfortunately, one of those friends passed away from complications with diabetes, and that friend group sort of scattered because of, different things in life happening and all. I became a father for the first time, and then a second time, and things change with life and all that stuff. But I'm thankful. I mean, obviously, my family, my home, my job, and all that stuff. But I'm also thankful that I have gotten to do what I've gotten to do through podcasting because of the council. The first one's podcast that I started out on, and then Matt and I talking about, hey, what if we talk about the stories and the legends and all this stuff on our show? And then the next thing you know, I'm inviting my best friend from childhood with me, Jesse. Now he's a co-host when we do Off Worlds, and also he's like the rising star of Mythic Legions right now.
Yep.
And I'm really proud of him, and I'm happy to see things going well for him and stuff. But it's like this weird, it's a cyclical thing where I'll have these times where it's like, okay, there's not a lot going on, and then all of a sudden something reignites for me. Like for me, it was getting that first Classics He-Man back in 2016. And I always loved He-Man, but there was that like, wow, do I love He-Man. I miss He-Man. I need more He-Man. And the next thing I know, I have, shelves of He-Man figures all over again. I'm always going, you didn't tell me you liked He-Man this much when we first met. And I go, I didn't have a reason to talk about it until now. Now I got all this stuff I want to show you. And then Revelation and CGI and everything hitting on top of all that. But I'm just thankful with the toy community. I'm thankful for the different lines that are out there that are making me more excited beyond just Masters to enjoy what they're offering as well. Obviously Mythic Legions, but also the Mondo stuff, because the thing is, yes, high dollar figures, yes, they're really crazy. But at the same time, it's making me look at those heroes and villains that I grew up loving and going, this is like masterpiece kind of stuff that it feels like they're doing these characters justice with this. Yeah. And it makes me so thankful that they're making me look at my favorites again the same way the classics did when I got into it. So, and I'm thankful that Matt, there he is. Matt, no, Matt, sorry, Jay. No, I'm thankful that Matt basically, there's times where I have had my issues and he's pulled me along going, we're recording, we're doing this, and and quit your moping. And I get on the thing, I'm like, oh yeah, I do like this. So I'm thankful that he is the guy who's always pulling me out of the muck and going, clean yourself off, shave your head, we're doing this today. Okay, Matt, I'll get with it. So yeah, so I'm thankful for him as a co-host as well.
That's awesome. Well, I wanted to say really quick, being on the same screen with all of you is awesome. Mega J, I didn't tell you this, but one of the first channels I subscribed to when I got onto YouTube and started enjoying toy videos was yours. So it's that's another thing I'm thankful for too, is that you're here too. So thanks for that. Who's next?
Well, it's got to be one of the Canadians now, right? I mean, like,
there you go.
That's big.
Got to be one of the Canadians. I mean,
let's go into Canada first.
All right, fine. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem with Canadians. We're kind of pragmatic. So yeah. I'm just going to be more realistic about this. I'm grateful for my overdraft. It really has basically allowed me. it has allowed me to indulge in in everything that I could not possibly do. I have a very big overdraft, and like I made sure that was important because I knew I was going to get in trouble one day, and I did. And Dole knows this. We need that to stay warm up here. I mean, like it's important because if you don't pay your heating bill up here, you're pretty much dead. But it is snowing, by the way. Just so everybody knows that. Just to proliferate the Canadian stereotype out here. Ontario, Dole, Ontario.
Yeah.
So, he looked out his window. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man?
He's just got to check.
I'm just making sure. It's been a long day.
It doesn't snow in Vancouver. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
It snowed last week.
Liar.
Which is insane.
Completely lies. Don't be lying, man. Don't be lying.
It's not as bad as what you guys are getting, but whew.
See, here's the problem with me and Dole. We already celebrated Thanksgiving, so we don't even know what we're doing here. So, but I'm just you guys get a 4-day weekend. We get like what do we get? Like a half a day?
Oh, I actually had to work on the stat.
That's what I'm saying. We only get about a half a day. I mean, like then it's back to cracking the whip. I mean, like it is what it is. No, but truthfully, guys, I'm thankful for everybody here. I'm thankful to be around such great great friends, great allies. The truth is, being a geek as as we all are, it's a lonely existence. I mean, like you have your before it became popular to be geeky, right? Because it thanks to shows like The Big Bang Theory and anime. Anime was a huge reason why geekdom has been accepted in the mainstream to a certain degree. This is what we have that I'm grateful for. That we no longer have to necessarily. You still sort of do half the time, but you don't have to be afraid to talk about your passions anymore, to a certain extent. And that's the biggest thing for me. The biggest thing is this community that has rallied around this idea of it's okay to be who you are, and that's awesome. That's the biggest thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for that we no longer have to have that toy room hidden in the back where you don't show anybody because there's a stigma around it. No, now you can actually bring some dudes in and say, hey, check this out, and you'd be surprised what they say. Some of them will say, Jesus, you're a freaking nerd, but there will be that one person who goes, holy crap, I used to have that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they get into it, right? And you know what? That is the biggest thing I'm grateful for. And my overdraft.
Yeah, I'm with you.
My overdraft is my biggest thing, though. I'm not going to lie.
I'm with you on that because I love being able to just have my hentai out in the living room. Nobody judges.
That's a hell of a conversation.
It is the best.
Hey, Bill, it actually says on certain ones, it actually says you must have a parent's permission to watch this. So I mean,
yeah, that's right. Right.
All right. Well, I guess I'm below
I'll just
Jay.
keep talking.
So I'll go.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it. You go. Which way am I pointing?
This way.
That way.
It's the hardest thing in the world.
This is.
Madness, pure madness.
Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Who's doing it? Somebody said something. Come on.
So my name's Ray from Collecting Classics. And there's so much to be thankful for. Everybody here expressed a lot of great talking points we can all connect with, which is amazing. But today especially, I'm thankful for time. I'm thankful for time in many aspects of my life, many timelines. Looking back, being a nerd kid growing up, having lots of toys, leaving my toys sealed, which was the only one out of my friends that would do that. Then getting older, discovering what love. I have a great partner. I'm thankful for her. We're going on 14 years, and I'm grateful for all my pets, my animals. I recently lost a dog, so that kind of, I guess, spilt over into my focus to collect toys. Um, different timelines, they call out in a different way, and it's like I have to be thankful for Jay, because Jay found me in a timeline where I was my back against the wall in a community that I thought were my friends. They had, cast me aside because I had an early release. So Jay kind of brought me on the show and said, "Hey, let's talk about it." I was also able to join the show again with Jay. He invited me on an open mic, and that is where I got to meet Oz and a couple of other fellow toy collectors.
And a whole bunch of dick pics.
I got to connect with Oz. I'm thankful for Oz. I'm thankful for Jay. Through Oz, I met Skelevator. Through Skelevator, I met Bobby and those guys. And then I'm meeting these gentlemen for the first time. I'm now in control of a toy page because of these interactions. And that toy page is a community that I don't even think thanks is enough to express what I'm feeling when it comes to waking up and seeing messages from people, seeing the connectivity, seeing these relationships grow, trading toys, swapping toys, doing giveaways, just expanding, I think, our human nature. Whereas, like Jay said before, we've been hidden, we've been kind of closed off. So now it's okay to kind of like come out, be like, I'm a geek, I'm a toy collecting geek, and here I am, here's my toys, right? It's a great feeling, and to do it sober, to do it, with not needing sauce, without having to drink and get lost. It's really nice. So to have 10 years and to celebrate it with great guys like this, and to have such an amazing community, honestly, I don't think I would be as enthusiastic if it wasn't for that community and all you guys. So I'm just thankful to be here. It's a great time to be here. So I want to say thank you guys for having me, and that's what I'm thankful for.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Definitely.
Love you, Ray.
That was an applause, right?
For real.
Yeah.
It's huge, Ray. You're doing
all right.
awesome
Well, I'm
over
going to
there,
derail
brother.
everything. I'm going to do what Cole does.
Ryan Dole,
And
bootleg.
things are going to. Here we go. This is how I'm going to do it. First off, I'm thankful for my parents for getting me an Eternia as a child, so that I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to fill that void as a collector that all these adults have now that never got to experience actually playing with it. So that's the first thing I'm thankful for. Second thing I'm thankful for, I'm thankful for Batman. I'm also thankful for the X-Men. That was when I started getting out of like toys and all that stuff, I was like getting into X-Men and into Batman. This was like right before even like Jim Lee #1, because that tells you how old I am. And then right when X-Men #1 came out, boom, Toy Biz starts making Nightcrawler toys. And I'm just like, what is going on here? Why are you doing this to me? Right back into the game. So ever since then, just been a toy collector. It's always been out in the open. I never found anything weird about it. And I always kind of felt like, if you're going to judge me, you can get the hell out of my bedroom. That's going to be that. So I've always kind of been super thankful for comic books. And I still prefer, even though I work in film, I work in feature animation. For those who don't know, I work on a lot of comic book movies and stuff like that. I still prefer the print. I prefer comics over movies, over anything else, except for maybe Batman animated series, R.I.P. Kevin Conroy. But loving all that. And so I'm always super thankful for that. I'm also super thankful for falling back in love with collecting Star Wars. I was getting too focused on what we weren't getting. Meanwhile, I had tons of figures I always wanted and never had because I was too focused. Why don't I have a Madame Garza figure? Where is it? Why do I have to wait 5 years to get it? And I was like, why am I doing this to myself? There's no point. I've told myself for years I want a Cantina set with all the aliens. Guess what? They've all been made. So I went through, and now I've been going into like toy shows, comic shops, toy shops, all that stuff, finding them. They've all been around for like 10, 20 years, right? From Power of the Jedi on. So I've been super grateful, thankful for that as a just toy collector of just finding my zen again, and not don't worry about what's coming out. Appreciate what we already have. Appreciate, and don't even worry about even just in general with toys, what we're not getting. Don't worry about the pre-orders. Don't worry about the exclusives, because I can see every one of your guys' rooms, and we all have a wonderful collection to be grateful and look at and appreciate and sit back and go, fuck, this is cool ass shit. All of us can do that. And I think that is something to truly be grateful for and thankful for, because not everyone gets to have the space, gets to have the access. Sometimes people are even, like all of you are in relationships that are okay with this. Some people are not. Some guys still got to hide it or don't get to do it at all. Right. So, I mean, that's another thing to be super thankful and grateful for. And, you know, I think toy collecting's in a really good spot right now. I think if you are into something, no matter what it is, there is something to collect. And it doesn't matter if it's coming out now or if it came out 40 years ago. There is something for everybody. And I think like, who said it? Someone said this now is the best time for toy collecting. And I absolutely agree with that. And that's what I'm thankful for.
That's awesome. That deserves another applause there.
I agree.
Ryan, you reminded me of something, and that happens when we collect things or when we are enthusiastic about something, and that is sort of like this strange event in the cosmos. Have you ever noticed how you suddenly start having thoughts about He-Man again after 20 years, and then all of a sudden this stuff just starts showing up, and it's like magic. You said Toy Biz when you know you were going through a comic book phase at the same time I was with Batman and X-Men. I was really into Batman, and then suddenly this Batman movie comes out in 1989. You know, it's like that's another thing to be thankful for, is this supernatural connection to the universe of like pop culture.
Dude, I am going to pull back the curtain for one hot minute. This is one thing that I've learned working in film, and then I've been going back on Toy Anxiety channel. I've been doing this thing called Flippin' Star Wars. Yeah. And I go through old Star Wars Galaxy magazines from the 90s, and I just go through them. And they talk about the news and all that kind of stuff. We were all getting prepped and groomed for the return of Star Wars in the 90s. And that was like, just like before even the THX ones came out, there was little things happening like Bendham's, like that magazine, just kind of trickling out, getting us primed and ready. And that was the same thing with X-Men. That was the same thing with Superman before the death of Superman, and Batman before Batman 89 hit. They were already starting to like sprinkle all these things. Actually, I don't even think they were ready for what Death of Superman actually became. I actually don't think they were. But I mean, with X-Men, they knew exactly what they were doing. That's why there's that Pride of the X-Men like that first original pilot, Kitty Pryde, favorite. She's my favorite character. And now she's getting all these Marvel Legends, which is great. But it's like, you know, it's we were getting prepped. Like they already knew, like, hey, we're going to be relaunching X-Men in this big way. Cartoons, toys, they were already setting the stage for all of that. And the whole thing is, like, that's why Marvel cards were coming out the way they were and when they did. All that stuff. They knew these companies, as small as they were back then, they knew exactly what they were doing, and they still do it to us today. And I don't know, it's pretty wild.
So we're thankful.
Yeah, Mattel's doing it to us right now with better articulation, amazing release of all these figs, classic playsets. You had Eternia. I'm thankful that you had Eternia. I mean, smokes. That's a crazy. It's just a crazy playset, you know. So to have one now, again, full circle. It's like talking about the cosmos being at this certain time on the timeline of said properties that are hence 40 years old, if not more. It's just a cool time to be riding this wave of popularity and like, wow, like I just watched that show, Ancient Apocalypse, and it goes through the different timelines of architecture and things that knowledge that we've lost, past civilizations and such. Here we are. Yeah, like he said, we all have a room to be thankful for and look around and go, holy smokes. Most of this stuff won't even be here in 100,000 years, whatever it is.
Doesn't biodegrade. It's definitely going to be.
This stuff will be here. There'll be whole islands of toys.
Aliens will come down and be like, what the hell is this thing? Oh, damn.
Yeah. Their gods
That's
were
pretty
really
cool.
ripped.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I'm really hoping, and I say this on Toy Anxiety all the time, and I think people think I'm joking, but I'm not. For anyone that's getting the Eternia, I really hope everyone does take it out. And I don't care if you have kids or not, play with it. Enjoy it. Yeah. That thing is so big and massive and has so much stuff to do with it. Live it. Like just forget how old you are for a hot minute and just be like, have an adventure.
Yes.
100%.
Right? Have fun with it.
100%.
Well, that's even with me. I mean, I did not get the Eternia. I have no attachment to it. I didn't know that place had existed until the internet. You know, I never saw it growing up, never knew about it. So, but I got my classics Castle Grayskull. I've got my classics Snake Mountain. And most of the time it's on my boy's bedroom floor because he's playing with it. We're playing with it together. You know, yes, I know it's like $1,000 collectible now. I don't give a shit. I got it because it takes me back to childhood. It's helping him make memories now. And, you know, one thing that I thought of while you were talking there, Ryan, is, and it's something I grappled with for a little bit there when I first got really back into collecting, is I was chasing all this stuff that really didn't mean anything to me because you get caught up in the, this is rare. This is, you know, whatever. This is the hot item. But I wound up with stuff where I'm like, you know what? I got it because it was the thing, but it doesn't mean anything to me. So that's what I say to everybody. I say, collect what makes you happy. I don't care if it's Food Fighters or Masters, Vintage, Origins. Who gives a shit?
Did he say Food Fighters?
You said that?
I said that.
Now
Food
I'm like,
Fighters?
Yeah, Food Fighters are great. I want to start getting back into Battle Beasts in a big way now that you said that.
Bro, I'm with you. I'm fist pumping you right now for that one. Battle Beast.
Yeah, like where's our Battle Beast Origins? Give me those articulated Battle Beasts.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
but yeah,
I want
just
my Dino Riders.
Everybody out there,
What
collect
about
what makes
Dino
you
Riders?
happy.
They're overrated.
Don't let anybody tell you what you need to collect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's right.
Jay talks about it. I talk about it. Oz talks about it. Collect what makes you happy. Collect what makes sense for the collection. You know, that's as easy as it gets. Yeah, that's as easy as it gets.
My vintage collection is my most important to me because that's what I had as a child or wanted as a child. So that's what I have most pride in, and what means most to me is vintage stuff. So
yeah, for sure.
Right.
Well, we have Oz who hasn't had the chance to say what he's thankful for. So let's hear from the wizard.
Oz.
Well, actually, I was going to say I'll go a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
I've fallen behind on the chat because I wanted to get everybody their time to shine here. But we've got our chat, the Frenzy, and what they're thankful for.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to start off with Gamer Bud here saying he's thankful for my family and to this amazing community and the help and support I get from them, from talking to going live for the first time this week. Y'all are beautiful, great people. You're my extended family. Thank you, Gamer Bud. We are thankful for you too.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
And scrolling down here a little bit more because I've seen more. Here's one. This is a little close to home. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to connect with my brother more this way. Absolutely, Carol. I completely agree. I'm thankful you're here every week.
That's right.
It's really awesome. And we've got more as we come down. I thought I saw more. Giving some love to everybody here, you know, saying Mega J is amazing, such a good guy, and happy to annoy him with my DMs like all of you. We love you, Gamer Bud. Absolutely, man.
Gamer Bud's
Got Giraffe saying, love this community as well, even those that don't vote Horde. So it started a whole political debate here. You know? Toy Frenzy has just become your #1 source for politics. So thanks,
For
Ryan.
eternity of politics.
For eternity in politics, absolutely.
Be your next show, Toy Politics, and just go with all the crazy drama that's happening in the toy.
There we go.
It's happening enough already elsewhere.
True, true.
Yeah.
Since I'm a punk rocker, anarchy. No.
That's right. That's right. That's
A
what
little
this
bit
show
of chaos.
this show is about. It's about anti-opinion.
Yeah.
Just liking everything. That's like the ultimate anarchy. If you like everything, it's like you're creating problems for everyone.
Fight the man!
Yeah.
Fight the man! Ah!
Ripping a Grizz.
Rip a Grizz.
Ripping a Grizz! Ah! Ripping a Grizz!
It's hilarious.
We've got Duchess here saying, I'm thankful for my family, especially my son, but I wanted to say I'm thankful for this great community for accepting me into it and showing me support. You guys are great.
Yeah.
Hey, Duchess,
We're
I'm thankful for your
Duchess.
spooky, girl. Yo,
Right.
I'm thankful for your spooky.
And, Gamer Bud with a little bit more about, his thankfulness. He can't wait for that 20th high school reunion so he can go in and say, nerds are cool now.
20 years. Oh, man. Making me feel old.
Oh, me too.
I graduated in 91.
That's
And
funny.
Brick something, he's thankful for Dole and his massive waifu collection.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Giraffe's thankful for a break that there's no $300+ crowd funds running at the moment.
That's the win.
Yeah.
That's the win.
You just wait. You just wait, right?
Someone will launch one before Christmas. Don't worry.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Loungefly's coming out with the Grayskull Castle backpack with the
Yeah.
exclusive Sorceress pop figure,
Yeah.
which, as you can see, I'm a sucker for, so I'm already locked in.
Yeah.
Then I'm already a sucker on the Virgil Ablohs. I bought Wave 1, so now I got to buy Wave 2, which is going to come out in December.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I am skipping over a lot of different stuff going on in the chat here because I'm just trying to find everybody's what they're thankful for. I'm thankful for the vast information that the internet can provide and its ability to bring people together from all over the world.
Yeah.
Got to agree with it.
Absolutely.
I mean, just
Right.
the panel of amazing people that is brought together for this show and the toys that helped brought us together.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
I'm thankful for
amazing.
Star Trek because Star Trek gave us the idea of technology like this.
Yeah.
Video
Yeah, no,
chat,
sure.
talking, communicators. Here we are. How many of us? 7, 8. And we got a live chat going from people all over the world. Like, I'm thankful for technology right now. Like, this is insane. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's amazing.
So we got another one here. Joe Amato, I'm thankful for the ramen noodle diet I'm on so that I can get the attorney a place.
There you go.
You just got to stay away from those hot dogs, Joe, that you find.
That you find.
Find? Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
Scrounging around for him,
He's got a
looking for
shirt,
the-
too. You can get a shirt
Just
that has
walking
his
down
hot
the
dogs
street,
on it.
I stumbled across a couple hot dogs,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
a true
put them
story.
in water, it's fine.
It happens,
story.
And, Damon says, honesty, no fake hype, just honest feelings and thoughts. That's what I'm thankful for you guys for. Absolutely, Damon. We're thankful to have you here, man.
Yeah.
Did not expect to be here where I'm at right now. I mean, I started this year just recently having got back into toy collecting, watching, Skelevator, watching Mega J, watching Dole and Toy Anxiety, watching Geek Dad Life, and listening to, Dooch and Sean, and now here I am sharing screen time with all of these amazing people and new people that I met along the way. Bobby and Ray, you know, I'm thankful for this community and the acceptance and being able to become a bigger part of it and be more involved. I absolutely love this. This is fantastic. All the fans, the entire frenzy, everybody who's been along for the ride of the awesome verses, it's come into being. You know, it didn't exist 7 months ago, and now here it is, and it's fantastic. I'm thankful for all my friends and family that have helped me over the last several years. Because if it wasn't for them, I again wouldn't be here doing this now with all of you. And I'm thankful for being able to share this passion that we all share, and I'm thankful to pass it down to my son. You know, said before a couple weeks back, he told me, "Dad, I want to be a toy collector like you." And even though I groaned at the thought of, you know, the money that's going to go into helping him on his way, he's going to have to, we're going to have to come up with some kind of chore charts, something like that, because he wants to be a toy collector. He's got to learn, he's got to earn that.
Tell him to stay away.
I kind of did. I was like, "Are you sure you're done playing with them and you just want to collect them now?" "Well, I want to play with them and collect them." Oh man, there's a lot of lost accessories I'm gonna have to buy. But you know, again, being able to share this passion with my son and bond with him even closer to it, and making sure that it's going to continue. You know, I mean, one of the main reasons, like, you know, Ryan was saying, you know, they spoon feed us, they trickle it out to us. We started getting He-Man in store again 2 years ago. That was before the 40th anniversary. Why would they start releasing it 2 years beforehand? Because they were getting us ready for what they've given us this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they've given us a lot and haven't slowed down at all. So, you know, it's, and I'm thankful for Mattel for doing that, because it's brought a lot of joy back to my life that I had forgotten I even had as a kid, you know, just hadn't thought about. So I'm very, very thankful for Mattel bringing this back into my life. And again, most of all, just thankful for all of you guys and accepting me and bringing me into this with all of you, because this has been an awesome ride. Like I say, I went from listening and watching you guys to being with you guys and doing this. And that's nuts to me. You know, you guys may not consider yourselves celebrities, but in my eye, I've always looked up to you guys, watching you guys and jumping in, you know, and when you guys recognize us in chats from your shows, it's awesome. And now here I am running and trying to make sure I can keep up with the chat here. It keeps popping off.
It does.
We've got more thankfulness. Ray Black says, "I'm thankful for Nolan. He literally bought every single figure I have in my collection. And for all you guys for giving us something to watch." Absolutely. We're happy to do it. Keep watching, because we'll keep putting it out for you. Ronald Embry saying, "Thankfully to find people that love Motu like me." Absolutely, man.
Yep.
Definitely. Thanos Copter says, "I'm thankful to Skelevator for inspiring me to build stuff, and Oz for encouraging me to post on Insta, and everyone here. You guys and gals are great." And thank you for sharing it all with us, man. It's great to see. I love seeing your guys' collections. I love seeing everything you're creating, everything that you're doing. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. And figuratively speaking, John Westby here is saying, "I'm first thankful to God for giving me another day to get it right. Then I'm thankful for my family and friends, this community to which we can share our love of toys."
Yeah.
Amen.
Well said.
Yep.
So I think we got a couple more videos to run through.
We do.
So let's go ahead and get into some more of those real quick and hear from. Well, actually, I think it's just, we got 2 left at least.
Yeah, we have 2 left. Yeah, who do you want to hear first?
Let's go ahead. Let's go with Justin from Stop Motion Puppets.
That's right.
Hey, Toy Frenzy. This is Justin Rosh coming from our ranch here, and I am very thankful to live in nature right here. I'm super thankful that me and my wife get to live in the trees and play with toys for a living. Super, super fortunate and grateful. And I just wanted to say thanks to all you guys too for any of the support and for keeping the magic of our youth alive.
Very cool.
Yep, it's awesome.
So if anybody's watching, what was that?
That was quite the flex.
Yeah. If anybody watching doesn't know, that's Justin made the stop motion animation short for the Mode Tuesday that was slowly revealed, and he works on a ton of stop motion animation movies. So if those of you watching that doesn't know, that's what he does, and we had him on the show a while back. So that was awesome. And shall we hear from Battle Ram Blog next?
Yeah, definitely. Now, for those of you who know, who've been in the Motu community, you know Adam, Battle Ram Blog. He's been around forever. Great resource of information. And, Bobby and I have just recently started, doing a podcast with him. We filmed our first episode. It's going to air this Monday. And this isn't just a shameless plug for that, but it's brought Adam straight into the awesome verse and part of the frenzy. So he wanted to share on Friendsgiving with us as well.
All right, here he is. Adam.
Hey guys, this is Adam from Battle Ram Blog and now Power of Eternia podcast. Just wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have a great show. Hope everybody enjoys time with their family or friends or however you're celebrating this year. One thing I just wanted to say I'm grateful for Motu-wise is all of the great artwork that was done over the years. You can see some of it on the wall behind me. It's just amazing stuff. It was telling the stories for us before there were much for stories, before there was a cartoon, certainly. Even the mini comics, there were stories, but when I first got the toys, I wasn't a super strong reader, so I was heavily relying on those panels, that artwork to tell the story for me. So that's just one thing that we've gotten from day one. It's just amazing artwork that continues today with the modern stuff. So yeah, it's just one thing I'm grateful for. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I just want to say Adam is he's a really cool guy to talk with. And I'm super proud to have him with me on my show with Oz as well. It's just that I'm just ecstatic to have him with us. He's wealth of knowledge. He's a real nice guy. He's soft spoken, as you've seen, but yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah, this is the right place to say this. I think, while some of us might look behind Justin and see the wilderness and want to be in that or want to have that in their backyard, I'm looking behind Adam and looking at that Grayskull, that particular Grayskull that he has behind him, and I'm like, that's where I want to be. That's right. That's the particular Grayskull that I want, actually. And if they're gonna do, I'm just gonna say it, if they're gonna do a new Eternia Grayskull for Masterverse line, it has to be based on that Mark Taylor original sculpt.
Yep.
Right? Because that's what we're looking at there, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, that was, yep.
Or just Adam, I'm well jealous of that. Just letting you know.
I'm really hoping that, and you know what? Now's a good time as any. I want to start a petition for a Masterverse Grayskull.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I think that with this community, we can definitely put enough signatures together to get this going. I mean, like so many of us, missed Sean's, amazing classics Grayskull behind him, right? So I mean, like, not like I don't have one. And I started collecting well after they actually made that crowdsourced project.
Yeah.
And I have Snake Mountain because I had to have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone has a Snake Mountain either, right? So it's these things, and we talk about how fortunate we are that it's come back to the fray, right? But the reality is that everything's done for a reason, right? And I think we are, if there's anything else that we need to be grateful for all of us here who are Master Universe fans, I think we should be definitely grateful that Mattel decided to take back the reins and really put some real money into Master Universe after 40 years. I mean, like they pretty much buried it. You know what I mean? And luckily, and you know what? No, let's say too, we have to be thankful to Super 7 for keeping the torch going. Because If it wasn't for Super 7, I don't think they would have bothered with a 40th anniversary. Truthfully, I think they would have let Super 7 continue. And I hate to say it, but Super 7, we couldn't afford it. There's just no way.
Right.
You know, the way the Origins headline has come out now, absolutely incredible. You know, $14 a figure when it first started coming out, right? We're up to only, what is it now, $19, $20 a figure. That's still not bad compared to every other collectible toy line out there. That's ridiculous. And you know what? I've always said this. This is the only toy line right now, the only adult collector toy line that you can share with your freaking kids, man. Yeah. It's the only one that you don't mind handing it to them and they throw it across the room. You're like, that's not bad. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. That figure's going to survive.
Yeah. He's meant to break. He's meant to be chopped in half. Do all that stuff, right? Right.
Yeah, my friend Bob, he gives that to his kids, you know, and he plays with them with his child and both of his sons, and it's a great thing to see how they pass it on to the young generation as well. So that's what I always like to see. So it never dies.
I'm always like super really excited about how Mattel has actually brought back the play set. Because again, too, like for the last 10 years, even like Star Wars now just does a wall or a hallway or a staircase. There's not really the play I don't think we've seen a Star Wars play feature on a play set since Mustafar for the, you know, Revenge of the Sith. And but seeing like Grayskull come back, like the Eternia crowdsource, but even like the Snake Mountain that's about to come out, it actually gives me even hope that we're going to get a new Crystal Palace.
Yes.
A new fright, and I want to see 2 different fright zones, to be honest. I want to see the one I had with the snake tunnel, and give me the one that's based off Filmation as well. Yes. Make a new one. And we still haven't seen a new slime pit yet. Like, I mean, I think that's the one thing that Motu has more than any other line is this play factor, but still have this collectability factor. I think DC Superpowers is going to be coming up very close to that, depending on how long that line lasts, because I'm totally all in on that one too. But right now, I think Motu, just for that, the colors that pop, just how it looks on your shelf, just everything about it is just like it. Like you said, makes you feel young again because it's fun. There's no stress when collecting this stuff. And they have exclusives like anybody else, but the exclusives haven't been that hard to find. So, I mean, I'm loving all of it. And more play sets, just more play sets.
I gotta absolutely 100% second that. But I also want to go back to what Mega J was talking about. I need to go back to Grayskull for just a moment because we have to identify exactly which Masterverse Grayskull we want them to make. And that's, if we're going to sign a petition, we got to make sure that we're signing a petition that either ensures that we're getting the Revelation Grayskull, which I'm not excited about, to be honest with you. I don't think I want to see a Revelation Grayskull. What I do want to see personally is a new Eternia Grayskull that utilizes the source material for how they came up with that design. The Mark Taylor designs. It doesn't have to be the first drawing, but I'd really like to see something similar to what Adam has behind him.
I'd like to see that first drawing, to be honest, because you know what? The story behind that goes to the fact that the castle was actually a giant's head.
Yeah. Amazing.
I'd like and there was giants and stuff. And, you know, I think that rendition of a castle, you know, with pillars that are kind of attached to it, and it's like, you know, built around that skull. I think that would be a really cool play set, to be honest. I think that'd be,
or even
I would buy it.
Or the Filmation Grayskull, right? The Filmation Grayskull or the Mark Taylor Grayskull. I think we have the Revelation Grayskull and the Origins Grayskull, actually, because it's very symmetrical. There's less organic shapes to it. But which Masterverse Grayskull do you want to see? Do you want to see a replica of classics, which I would be totally on board for? Or do you want to see something that calls back to the original designs a little bit more, or Filmation?
I think you got to go. You got to go with that one that we almost got, the one like Adam has behind him that we saw in all the drawings, the back of the mini comics. You know, it's the most famous rendition of Grayskull that we haven't gotten. and throw that scrapped play mat in there too.
Yes.
That we've seen the moat that goes around it. You do that, package it up, and sold.
And make it huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make it for the 6-inch line. Absolutely.
That's right.
Would you accept it if it was if they make it huge and they do all of that? They do the add-ons and everything else. Would you be okay with it being a Mattel Creations?
I think it'll have to be. And honestly, I think that's going to be the next Mattel Creations now that Eternia is over. I think after the new year, it's going to be a Masterverse Grayskull. That's just my personal opinion.
I think so too.
They saw.
Wow, Jay, we might not even need a petition. He's just going all in. He's saying that's what's going to be the next thing. But you know what? I'll be honest. Mattel has become very self-aware now that Eternia has done really well.
Yes.
And it allows the door to be open for them to access more crowdfunded options and playsets that, again, haven't been done before. It would be really nice to see them go down that road.
Yeah.
And even if they go down the pop road, I think that's awesome. I would I've been saying, I would love to see a Crystal Castle in today's market and with the upgrades and with the articulation and the added bonuses of all the accessory lines and the upgraded plastics and molding. Not only would it do fantastic, but it's safe to say that the mid-30s, 40-year-old plus men like us, we'd all probably buy into it too. So it's kind of funny, but I think Mattel knows exactly what they're doing, and it's no better time to be a collector because you know what, we're getting it, and I don't mind that it's not coming out all at once. I like the fact that we're
keep it going.
We just finished 22. We know that 23 has been pitched. We know that 24 has been pitched and ready. We're looking at like 25 and 26, and that's pretty cool. We still haven't seen all the vehicles. We still haven't seen all the extra figures that we've never had. It's incredible,
Yeah, or even the ones we did. Like we don't have a Sky Clone. Where the hell's he?
Yeah, Cyclone. Right?
He's coming. He's coming.
If Cyclone doesn't have, If Cyclone doesn't have his freaking action feature, I'm out.
Yeah,
he will. That too, Jay. He needs to spin.
He'll be on the deluxe card back at the higher price point, just like Snout Spout, and he better spin.
I don't freaking care. I just want him to spin. All right, do the one thing that he's supposed to do, just like the freaking lightsaber. Okay, like you're supposed to spin. All right, it needs to do the one freaking thing it's supposed to do. Okay, like I was so upset when
I have a
Go ahead.
No,
man.
I just have one quick question. Okay, so if we assume that Cyclone's going to be a deluxe figure because he spins, would Rio Blast also end up being
hell yeah
a deluxe figure just because of his
all the parts, all that extras, all that extra.
They made Clamp Champ a deluxe figure because of his weapon. I mean, he's
just that backpack is 2 pieces alone. Yeah. And then you'd have the arm cannons that kind of fold out, and the chest piece, and the knees.
Plus that mustache.
Absolutely.
Right, but Montana, the mustache does, But Montana was not a deluxe figure, and he's got like the 4 legs and everything. Like it's, like this
which means Moduloc's on the way.
The truth is, I want what Ryan wants. I want it to be a regular figure for sure.
Yeah.
The problem is, they've forgotten how to eat that cost, right? Yes. The tooling involved, the actual whatever the hell is in there. It sort of negates the idea of actually allowing it to be at a certain price point. The other thing is they insist. Here's the thing. I would forego. I think this is really where the problem is. I would forego the removable arm feature with Cyclone alone. Okay, you gotta let him keep his freaking arms. That was the one thing about him. You couldn't take his arms off. He was the one figure you couldn't do that because they needed to lift up and they needed to spin. Right. So for him, keep it at the $20 price point. Right. stick his leave his freaking arms in there, and let him spin to his heart's content, right? That I think would be the best, because I think that's the problem. They just keep wanting to keep this removable arm gimmick, and it's suffering a lot in a lot of ways.
And Sean and
you know what? You're right.
About this.
You're right, Jay, because this feature has been completely removed. This is the new Rattler, and the only way that I can get this, I have to take off the head. Then I have to put on this thing.
That's why I'm so pissed. I'm pissed.
So great. Now I have to hold on, guys. I'm trying to strike with Rattler. Please give me a minute. I'm trying to strike here, guys. Oh wait, no. I'm trying. Oh, there it is. I got it on. Okay, now I can strike.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, and
they kind of took away a big piece of what made this figure. So.
Yep. And that's the thing, and and they've forgotten about how back in the day, I mean, Masters reused parts. They had whole figures that were repaints of other figures, and that was to make up the difference in cost for those deluxe figures that, Kropicon sprayed his mist, which they took away too,
And the tongue lasher as well. Took that away too.
Right. All those guys lost their features because they're regular figures. If they keep them, they're deluxe figures. But then we've got, Anti-Eternia He-Man. We got Faker. We've got Keldor He-Man now. Like, you guys have just paid for that tooling 20 times over, but you want to then stiff us so that a character can spin. That's the part that's kind of rubbing me wrong lately with them. But
yeah.
Can I just say I'm thankful for He-Man?
Absolutely. I'm thankful for He-Man.
Oh no, we are. We totally are. But it's just like at the same time too. It's like when I think about Cyclone as well. Like to me, his commercial is the most iconic for me.
Oh yeah.
And that was like
and he's in the Eternia commercial too.
And it's what's great about I remember that commercial so well, and being a little kid and being like watching a commercial really for the first time and being like, Mom, Dad, I need that. That dude spins. I need that. Right. And so he's always kind of been my dude. So I'm with everyone else. I would be totally bummed if he didn't have the feature. Because
it makes
like
me really
Sting
curious.
without a Sting, right?
Yeah. And it really makes me curious, what the feature is going to look like on Dragstore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What the feature is going to look like on Extendor. I mean, granted, it's a simple feature, but is it going to be the same? Granted, this Rattler 1-to-1 is almost identical with the 80s. The only advancements are these joints. It's got a lot of joints, and that play feature is gone. But it's virtually the same figure, and that's something that you got to be thankful for, because it's a nod to the vintage, while keeping it up to date, and they're durable as all hell. So it's a score.
I think the majority of of Origins figures have retained their overall sculpt for the most part. It really is the play features that have been sacrificed. Like Mechanic is exactly the same thing as Rattler, right? Power Punch, Thunder Punch He-Man. I mean, does it even make a sound? What does it do exactly? They could have at least had a.
I don't think caps are even allowed anymore, are they?
No, I get that.
I don't think caps are allowed.
I get that. But they could have at least had a smacking sound or something. You know what I mean? Like that.
They should have given that figure the Power Punch waist. You know what I mean? Okay, we can't do the caps, but let's give him the old twist punch feature. Give him something.
I think somebody said it might be there. I guess we'll find out when it happens. But you're absolutely right. That would be the one thing we need.
I don't understand it actually, because they still sell caps at Dollar Tree. The same exact caps that came with Thunder Punch He-Man, they still sell them at Dollar Tree. So I don't understand why they wouldn't just do that.
It's the association. It's just like toy companies have it's a social watchdogs at the end.
So with that being said, then we probably won't get a Rio Blast.
No,
well,
I think we will.
I think we will. Yeah,
they can have guns. Yeah. They just can't.
Eternia has the guns. Eternia has those, right? So Castle Grayskull has the blaster at the top. I mean,
So Mattel, what's the difference? A gun that makes sound or a gun that doesn't make sound?
No, but
I think it's black powder.
Yeah,
You can't
it's
sell
the-
black
it's the
powder
spark.
to minors
Yeah.
like that anymore.
No, but the Skelevator's right.
Yeah.
They're sold at Dollar Tree, right?
Sure, but I mean, as far as Mattel's licensing or
No,
availability to do so, I don't.
It's the mandate that Mattel's put for itself. It's
That and cost. Who knows what black powder costs
It's
nowadays?
the same reason. It's the same reason why Slave Leia is not going to be called. It's the same Leia one. There's no Slave Leia. There's no more Slave One.
Yep.
There's no more Ula. There's no more. I'm surprised they didn't ban Malakili for having his boobs out. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like man boobs are going to be extinct soon. I mean, Dole, we're in trouble, man. We're
I think they're good.
We are in
we're
serious
in trouble, man.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
The man's ear is coming back.
We're gonna have to wear the man's ear.
Yeah.
Man's ears.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Boba Fett's rocket ship.
What was it
No,
called?
it's
What is the name for it?
I call it the Hut Slayer.
Yeah,
Boba Fett's
All
Hut
right.
Slayer.
There
Hut
you go.
Slayer 1.
Give her a different name.
Hut
Right?
Slayer
Give her a
1.
different name, right? But she's too scanty
It's
clad.
the
You know what?
engine of vengeance. It's the engine of vengeance.
Oh God.
Ray, I got a problem with that. Then it's gonna fail.
Hey, Bobby, you might know this, Bobby. Is there a punk band called Hut Slayer?
Oh, I don't know. I never heard of that one.
There will be
If there is
tomorrow.
Yeah, there will be tomorrow. We're gonna have the Facebook up and everything.
Yep.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Hut Slayer band.
I'll
All
create that
you
right now.
musicians out there listening to this, we need a Hut Slayer punk band.
That's gonna be Brick and Ray's and Bobby's new band. All virtual. All virtual.
Hey, you got to get HP Brown Sauce Craft in there too. He's a good musician.
This scares Disney so much. It's the worst thing freaking ever. And you know what? This doll sucks. I mean, like, have you seen this thing?
It does.
Tell me how you really
Not
feel,
one.
Jay. Tell me how you really
not.
feel.
The skirt alone, it's fraying. It is made of the worst freaking material ever. And that facial sculpt, man, that is just it needs an upgrade. Like
it's her neck too. She looks like she's shrugging.
Yeah,
it's like a really. And you know what's really funny about that is like, what was it, 2 years ago? Hasbro was going to do a fan vote. Or no, they were doing a fan vote for the next Black Series figure, and she was on the list to get remade for Archive Series.
That's what gave everybody hope, right? But then look at us now, right?
Yeah, look at
You
us
just
now.
gotta be careful when you say that a female doll sucks.
Oh,
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Bad joke.
You're not sorry,
that
Bobby.
family show.
And I
Wow.
applaud. You're not sorry, Bobby, and I applaud you. I applaud.
Drops the mic. Oh my god.
If I had a mic, I'd drop one here.
No, truthfully,
punk
she
rocker
could
of
be-
vintage.
A little bit of an upgrade on this could be fine. You know what I mean? Like seriously, it's really unfortunate. And what are you
Do you
scared of,
remember when the
really?
reports came out about that dad who was complaining about it? Like, like this guy was all over the news.
Oh yeah.
Like
I
he was
remember
on the,
hearing
like,
that. Yep.
and it was like this whole thing about like Slave Leia on the shelves, and his daughter
yeah,
asked about it, and he had to explain. He didn't know what to say to his own daughter about why she was wearing that. He was offended that he had to talk to his child, and it was one of those things. And of course, Disney was like, "Well, shut her down." One person
Well,
who
he already
can't have
failed
that
at
bad
parent
PR.
by not showing her Jedi. So I mean,
Yeah.
But
he
you know
failed as a parent by even not wanting to talk to his daughter.
That's crazy.
You know,
I
like,
bet that guy's wife chooses his socks too. That's crazy.
his wife clips his toenails.
Saves them in a little jar.
Oh,
There's a problem, right? That's why Hasbro Pulse was created, right? Wasn't that what the heck Hasbro Pulse was created for? And they still can't give us underboob.
Yeah.
You know? I got a feeling. You know what? There have been times I felt like a Hasbro apologist for this, but I feel that there's a lot going on with also Lucasfilm on the Lucasfilm side of things, of them deciding who and what gets made.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of it, and I think there's that Lucasfilm tax on there too, which is why Star Wars figures cost more than everything else.
Yeah.
Because I think it costs a lot to have the Star Wars brand, and I think Star Wars now sees themselves as a premium item and a luxury premium price. And I think that's why a lot of this stuff has gone up so high. And it's not just inflation, though they can use that as an excuse. Plus, the stores themselves, such as Walmart, Toys R Us, if you're lucky enough to live in Canada.
Everything's gone
awesome.
up. Everything's gone up.
Yeah.
Everything's gone up.
It's up to here.
I love the prop. But you know, it's like
hand in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?
But all those stores, all those stores, they decide the prices at the end of the day as well. So like, even if Hasbro says you can sell this toy for $19.99 and Target says, well, we're going to sell it for $30.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's a lot of bullshittery going on right now with Star Wars and their pricing and how things are made. Which is why it's like, I think that's why I decided to go back 10 years and start collecting those.
I'm going to be pretty pissed, Mattel. I'm going to have to explain to my kid what the hell this thing is. Okay, do you understand what that means? It's crazy.
Content. No
What kind of
content.
time are we living in?
I don't
toys like this.
I really don't understand why that's not as controversial as a woman in skimpy clothes. This is like anytime you have a Mechaneck or a Ratlore or any extending neck character, it's going to be that's who's complaining about that.
All I've got to say is
Jay, I'll tell you this, Jay. If you send me that Princess Leia fig, I'm gonna make her an OnlyFans page. Straight up. Let's go. Let's go.
You know what? God damn it, that would work, eh?
It would work. That's what I'm saying.
That would fucking work. Like seriously. Yeah. Hey, Ray, let's do it. Let's make an OnlyFans page for this girl. Let's go. I got two of them. We might as well make one of them.
Jay's got 2 OnlyFans pages, guys. You just heard it. He's got 2 OnlyFans pages. We're gonna have to get that info. That's amazing. Bobby, can you pass the potatoes? Oh my gosh. What kind of Friendsgiving are we having? It just got real. It just got real. Jay had to go make a post real fast. We'll be right back.
He's taking the box.
He's creating a fan page.
Yeah.
Awesome. It went from the family-friendly frenzy to the uncle showed up who's been drinking all night. And it's going a little crazy. I'm glad we've got a good mix of everybody.
We can go for the double feature here, like
the twins.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's a mirror effect.
Right.
Oh man. It works. It's gonna work.
It's every Star. What are you talking about? It's every Star Wars fan wet dream, man. Like seriously,
it's big time.
Get some weirdo lighting going on. And...
Yeah.
Did you say weirdo lighting? That's awesome.
Some smooth jazz, you know.
Skele, we're gonna need you to build some little sets for us here.
Some size noodles.
Hey, Skelevator, how are you with candlelit dioramas?
Any diorama looks good under candlelight, my friend.
Oh, there you have it.
Story. So I'm gonna jump back to the chat here real quick because we got a couple more thankfuls that ran through, as it's escaped me completely at this point. So Master Versal Toy Hunter saying, I'm thankful for my family too, and my mom's operation going well, and yes, I'm thankful for finding all you fine people in the collector community also. Yes. And we have a continuation. Yes. And as we all are in this collector community, I'm sure I think I can safely say we are all thankful that there are so many great toys out there to collect.
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. It's interesting to be thankful for something that takes your money. Right?
Right.
No, but you know, if I may counter, because I know where that's going, I'm going to be thankful for this guy right above me once more time, just because Jay, if it wasn't for Jay, and I've made phone calls to this guy, I've texted him, and I reached out because I just started doing this toy page thing and doing this whole, digital era of OnlyFans pages with Leia. And it just makes me thankful for guys like him, because it's a hobby that takes your money, but you know what? It's people like Jay that allow us to connect and give us confidence. You know what I mean? There's a certain confidence you have to have when presenting your stuff and coming out of your shell, and like GamerBud doing a live for the first time, where he's a huge supporter of the community, and now he's blossomed into the GamerBud we know and love. So it's kind of like that happened with me from Jay, as that happened with GamerBud through us, and it's just kind of, I'm thankful for that interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should coin the term "coming out of the package."
Yeah.
There we go. We got to coin a couple terms, but I'm down with it.
Yeah, we'll make an NFT out of it.
I gotta put my plate in the kitchen and rip a grizz, so I'll be right back.
We'll just make an NFT out of it. It'll be
there.
Fun.
You go. NFT, coming out of the package, and then they'll turn into a Cryptoy, $40 line bag.
I got it. My I don't know if you guys saw it. My stream got hijacked. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was hilarious.
What?
Yes. The whole hijacking of the entire stream is that it was Fred from Mattel.
No,
not Fred.
Like Fred from Mattel was one thing that was fun, but no, Cryptoys actually hijacked my stream.
Get out of here!
What? I gotta go back and watch that one. One?
You saw the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Watch the thing because I say hijacked, but he actually was in the chat, and and then he was saying, "Yeah, I'm one of the founders." I'm like, "Who?" And I said, "Okay, come on." And then he came on. the whole rest of the stream was just discussing about Cryptoys, right?
Nice.
Nice guy for sure. But again, I found it amazing. Like it was like, how often does that happen? That's just crazy.
Right. That's not a common occurrence. I'm sorry though. I don't know how well my conversation with him would go, but
well, you know what? It's interesting because there were a lot of people on the stream who were literally like, "This is a scam. This is ridiculous. Like you're wasting your money." But by the end of the stream, those same people who were saying those things were like, "Well, I have a new perspective on this."
Yeah,
it was actually really interesting. It really was.
Still garbage.
I gotta be honest. I watched Collectors of Power sit down and talk with those guys, and everything they said reaffirmed everything I hate about it or dislike about it. So
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we come up with a concept of something to do that contributes to this IP that we love so much, part of the joy of it, what makes us so angry, is part of the joy of it is being able to hold that thing in your hand and look at it and see it and put it on your shelf or put it into a plastic sleeve. And I understand that. The part of me that I'm a little conflicted here, because the part of me is like, well, this dude just came, or these people just came up with a great plan to sell digital items to fans and make money off of something that doesn't exist in the tangible world. And it'll probably, I hate to say this, but it'll probably be a success. But what I think it should represent is we should learn from it, and we should think more creatively on how we can contribute to expanding this IP that we love so much, or any IP that we love so much. Basically, these people are showing us that any idea can come to fruition if you speak to the right people. And so it's kind of cool, but it also sucks, because I like to if I'm going to buy something, I want to see it in front of me. I want to hold it, and I want to put it on the shelf. But I feel like the creative effort have a hard time not thinking, wow, that dude came up with a pretty interesting idea that's going to make him some money.
Well, okay, so I mean, full transparency, I work in the blockchain field. Like I actually work in the, so I know about it.
Yeah.
But right off the bat, and I was absolutely open with this right from the get go. I won't buy any of this stuff. It just, to me, it doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah. I'm a physical collector, for crying out loud. Like, what the heck?
Right.
As we all are here. Yeah.
I don't collect air. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted air, I breathe. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? But
that reminds me of the oxygen bars that were popular for a while there. Where are they today? Do you remember oxygen bars?
Freaking Spaceballs, man.
Spaceballs. There you go. Exactly.
Spaceballs.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I know enough young people. I know enough younger people who are seriously into NFTs, like massively, like have spent thousands of dollars on NFTs. So there's a market there for them.
Sure.
Right. And we're not going to talk about this too much because this is going to take over the entire freaking stream. So we're going to
we'll have a debate.
The hate and the love and God and whatever's in between, like me. But I think I'll end it off with this. It's not for me, but people are into it.
Correct.
Right. And you know what? It's we can't as the older generation with physical, it would be hypocritical for any of us to say you can't do that. You shouldn't be doing that. No, you can collect what you want.
Agree.
Yes. It's your money. It's what you love it. By all means, buy it. Yeah. I'm not going to judge you.
Pretty soon,
I agree.
If we're not careful, pretty soon we're going to be those people saying like, "What are those kids on skateboards doing?"
I'm already saying it.
Same here. I'm already that guy.
Yeah, I've become a crotchety
What is
old
this?
man.
What is this punk rock? Where is our?
Get off my lawn with your goddamn wheelie boards.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
Get off my lawn with those things I can't see.
Right. Taking up all this room in the air. I can't breathe. Where's my oxygen bar?
Yeah.
Get your JPEG out of my cloud.
Yeah, right.
You'll be all pissed off in your chair like, back in my day, we had the back engines of vengeance. Damn it. You're just still talking about it.
I'm still talking about it. I wanted that thing for Madeline Pryor.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, but right.
No side move.
Wrong. They got it wrong. If you listen, here's the final word. If you can't sell titties to freaking geeks, you are doing something wrong.
Oz, that was the wrong time to take a drink.
It was the perfect. But it was like all those figures they had as like the stretch goals were like perfect. It was just like, but I mean, like not perfect, but you know what I mean? Like it was just like, oh man, I want this is usually with a HasLab or any kind of crowdfunding thing. Your main selling point should be the main thing you're selling. So if you're selling a Rancor, you should want to spend $350 on the Rancor. Everything else is just like a bonus. Where to me, this was the first time it felt like the opposite for me. This, anyways, where I was like, I like Robbie Reyes, I like the car. Damn, I want that Mephisto, and man, I want that Son of Satan, and by golly, I want Madeline Pryor.
The truth is, they created a Ghost Rider Kickstarter with X-Men freaking stretch goals. They made the mistake. They screwed the freak up. You done fucked up. That's basically what it is. You fucked up.
I'm gonna go this way.
I would have liked to have seen that.
And I feel bad, kind of like. Well, I shouldn't feel bad for him. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say. I was just going to say that I would have liked to have held that Rancor, to have seen it. That the size of that thing, I would have liked to have seen it. And I'm a little sad that they didn't find a way to make it happen in some other way, because that thing
they could have. They chose not to.
They could have, but I think they needed to actually try to push it.
Yeah. Skelevator, everybody, no worries. I got a team working on it right now. They're called Ramen. They'll handle it.
Hey, there you go.
Ramen toys.
No, I'm actually serious.
Everything we want.
I'm serious. Head over to Ramen. They're working on it.
Yep.
They're
actually like Oz. Bring it up. You'll see Facebook.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
You'll see they're working on it.
You're not.
That was Hasbro going. We can sell anything with Star Wars on it. We ain't gonna put any effort into it, and it backfired miserably for them.
It didn't freaking spin.
Yeah.
For crying out loud,
failed.
the one thing it needs to do is to spin.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
It's called.
If it doesn't spin,
right.
it's got to have at least 2 heads.
It's called.
It's got to have
spinner
2
for a
heads if it doesn't
reason.
spin.
Let's go back to Cyclone real quick.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that Cyclone's face is going to be the other He-Man face, the first Wave 1 He-Man face, and not be the, because Cyclone has essentially the He-Man mold on it for his face. I'm a little worried that it'll be like the newer version. Anybody else thinking about that?
Yeah, I thought that same thing. That's odd.
The 2000X?
No, the
original Origins.
Wave 1.
Yeah, the Fast
So
Times.
do you think the Origins is going to have the 2000X head?
He's going to have this face.
Guys on
I
Dolby.
don't, we don't want. We don't
Oh,
want
that's.
that.
Oh, I see.
I'll be honest with you. If it spins, I don't freaking care.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
I think they'll give him his own face. I think they'll. I don't think they'll reuse He-Man's.
Oh no, I don't know. Is that what you would like to see, Matt?
I really don't think they will. I'd have to look at him, but I know he's always had a similar face to He-Man. But I think even in vintage, it's not the same face.
No.
Pretty close.
It's close, but I really don't think it's exactly the same, and I don't think
He-Man's mouth is open and Cyclone's mouth is closed.
Aha.
So yeah, he'll have his own sculpted face.
Features and paint app are the same.
Okay.
I want a face that goes like this.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want it to go
Yeah. A
That
dizzy,
would be-
dizzy face.
Take the tongue, lash your tongue.
Yeah,
That's
like,
right.
That becomes a deluxe figure.
Or you could have Cronus's origins.
Oh god.
Jay, is it on the IG or is it on
No.
their
Go
site?
to Facebook. Go to Facebook.
Okay, Facebook.
Ramen Toy.
That's
Ramen
what I'm
Toy on
doing wrong.
Facebook, Yeah, and it's toy, not toys. It's toy.
Facebook.
True.
And this is
They
you're
just have
saying
the one
this is a different ramen than what Joe Amato eats, right?
Right.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I think they're the ones that are doing the mask figures too, right?
They're doing the
Yes.
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 Machina.
Yeah.
If we fail with the Castle Grayskull Kickstarter, I'm gonna do a whole coup. I'm gonna do it myself.
Are we gonna
You
storm?
bring back Visionaries as well, and bring back Visionaries and bring back holograms, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, Visionary is
Like-
amazing.
From my understanding, holograms are just stupid expensive though. Like if you don't do the right run, that's the only problem.
Well, everything else already is, so just give them to me and I'll pay up.
I mean, as
No,
long
no.
as we don't ask Hasbro to make them,
I mean,
they'll
yeah,
be
that was the problem,
semi-affordable.
The what was that? They did that whole collection for SDCC one year, and it had
I don't even want to talk about it.
The Outliers.
Yeah, that was a whole. Did you know that was supposed to be a lead into something bigger as well? That box
Yeah,
set.
you know, they were hoping that it would sell out, and then they could expand it, right?
No,
Not enough people. Was it?
that's not what it was leading to.
No, really.
So-
Well,
Way back when that came out, I was working at a different VFX house. So before that set came out, we were working on and had concept art to do, like, you know, the bidding, like the VFX bidding for Dungeons and Dragons, which is only now coming out.
Mhm.
ROM Space Knight, Visionaries, the Snake Eyes solo movie, and the Bumblebee solo movie. So we got two of those, which I actually thought Snake Eyes was going to tie into Bumblebee when all that came out. And I was like, oh, they're sure taking their time. But that wasn't the case. And so what they were doing, and Mask. Mask was the other thing that we had concept art for. These were all for movies that were supposed to come out. And then all of a sudden, sure enough, that set came out. And I was like, I see what they're doing. Here we go. They're already kind of reintroducing some characters and reintroducing some franchises, so things aren't just out there out in the blue. But man, some of that, the Visionaries and concept art looked amazing. The stuff for Mask, I think every fan of Mask would have been super pissed. But everything else was like spot on.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this Masters of the Universe movie isn't a disappointment if it gets made.
It's not.
But I know,
not.
Matt. I imagine it's not getting made, but if it does, I just hope that somebody smart does something right.
There are studios bidding on it right now, so it's
If it has a battle cat in
close,
it, it'll do great.
There's been
studios
studios
can
bidding on it for
bid on
21
anything,
years
and
now.
Yeah, but the studios can bid on stuff
Yeah.
this early anyways, and it still might not happen. So I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen
Exactly.
projects come and go that never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
I know Jay's waiting for it. I know he's the biggest fan for the newest movie to come out. I know he is. He's been saying it's going to come out for years. He's back.
Is that your Ghostbusters 3?
Yeah, Ghostbusters 3.
I'll believe it when I see it.
We'll see. If
Jay's
we're going
all
by
thumbs down.
Ghostbusters
Jay's
3
all like,
standard, that's gonna
I
happen.
will
Then.
believe it when I see it. And he's too small.
Yeah.
He's
Prince
too
Adam
freaking
size.
small.
But I mean, look what we got with Ryan Reynolds and Free Guy. They can beef him up.
That looks so weird.
I'm sorry.
that's,
Look. Okay, look. Come on. Seriously, like, I tolerated. I when I first saw Dolph Lundgren, I was like, what the f, right? Then I watched the movie and I fell in love. That's a completely different thing. Okay, but come on. Chris Hemsworth, you know what? Pay him the freaking money. Get Chris Hemsworth in there, for crying out loud. He's the only one right now who can do it. I'm seriously. Or
John Cena, I think, could do it.
He's too old. He's too old. You know who was suggested, which I actually would be okay with. The guy who's playing Jack Reacher, or is it Jack Reacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Jack Reacher.
Yeah,
on,
Jack Reacher. He's
Amazon.
huge. That dude's huge. My only problem, if I have one, is his delivery is a bit abrupt. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a finesse about him, right? Even Dolph Lundgren with his, you know, even with his shortcomings, right? You can kind of look past that. But the way he plays Reacher, it doesn't work. Like, it wouldn't work for He-Man. You know what I mean? You have to, you know, we're all looking for this, you know, altruistic, freaking, you know, savvy, right? Kind of like, you know, this guy who's got all this charisma, but at the same time has huge freaking muscles. It's nearly impossible. You know what I mean?
So my big thing is, why are we so hung up on a
Cena.
live action movie? Why can't we just do a computer animated, realistic looking movie? That opens up your actor pool so much, because then you're just casting for the charisma, the personality.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
I don't see why everyone's hung up on we have to have a live action. No, these dudes are not going to look right, or they're not going to be able to act. Either way, it's going to hurt the movie.
Yeah.
As long as it's got a battle cat, I don't care.
Yes.
Do you think Battle Cat should be in it?
I'm on board.
Absolutely.
I'm on board with that. Yeah, I'm on board with that. But
Battle Cat be in it. Stop it.
Battle Cat should
if it's
Look at how well the Mondo Cat did. Of course, he's got to be in it.
Hell yeah!
But if it's animated, then it has to somewhat stay in the realm of filmation, in my opinion. You know, a little bit more fun, a little more adult, but not freaking Evil Lynn getting on top of freaking skeleton.
Right.
What the hell was that?
It's still got to have the family. It's got to have the heart, and it does have to have comedy.
Out of the whole freaking series,
Masters
that was the one thing I cringed
has
at.
a
I
comedy
literally
aspect.
cringed. I was like, "What are you doing?"
If there's an animated movie, and if it's computer animated, I really want it to look like the box art. I want it to look like the Rudy Abreu box art.
That'd be awesome.
That's what I want. It can have comedy, it can have heart, but it needs to have that aesthetic.
And you know what? I think you're right. I think
have the stakes. You know?
Or that Nate Barch 40th art, that 40th anniversary art.
I think they should take a risk. I think they should take a risk, and they should go back to the original roots. You know, that savage He-Man came out of the wilderness.
Yes.
Right? Like, what are they calling him now? What are they calling him now?
Ular.
Ular. Ular walked out of the freaking mists. You know, abandoned his family. Right. Saved this green skinned somebody. Right.
The beauty of He-Man right now to me is you're able to tell multiple stories and still make it work, and that's impressive because there's certain brands out there that you try that, like I mean not to throw it under the bus, but the female Ghostbusters movie, because of direction and all that stuff, it just didn't work the same way that the originals worked for a lot of people, you know. And in this case,
there was a lot of baggage that came with that movie, though, too.
Well, agreed. I'm not even going to get into that. That's like sticking your junk in an air trap at this point. But the whole thing to me is like, okay, we had Revelation, which was trying to take over the spirit of what we had as kids. Fine, because I know how many people grew up with Filmation as their default. I mean, right over here, it's that guy. He's the poster boy of what it means to be growing up in the 80s and being attached to this brand and loving it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm tired of saying there's nothing wrong with that when my version never got told, which was the Jungle He-Man and the post-apocalyptic Eternia. And it's always there in the mini comics, and the story is very clunky. The story really doesn't hold up. The artwork holds up phenomenally.
Yeah.
I want to see that version, and you know, love it or hate it, whatever your opinion is, we talk about it a lot on our podcast. The CGI show is doing for me what that it's filling in that emptiness in my fandom of what could have been, because now there is an Adam who comes from a tribe in the jungle. There is all of these things that make it into like, wow, there's a history here, but we're following these characters. They're the heroes. And one quick thing I wanted to say I'm thankful for when it comes to that is the simple fact that I could sit down with my kids to watch that series.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen next. They don't know what's going to happen next. But you know what? When we finish watching that, they ask so many questions about the mythology with me that they didn't watching Revelation or they didn't watching Filmation. And it makes me just sit there and I feel like all of that time I spent loving this stuff doesn't get wasted because now I'm sharing it. Like I know Oz said the same thing, sharing it with your children. And I mean, real quick, one of the happiest moments I've had with my kids watching something that I've loved is in those episodes, the moment where all of them figure out they can unlock their abilities for the first time, and they all get to say by the power of Grayskull instead of just Adam doing it. I sat there, my jaw on the floor going, they did it. Like I couldn't believe they went there, but they did it. And when they did it, my kids screamed and were jumping up and down because it's the first time I got to witness the power of Grayskull getting shared. And it mattered to my kids that everyone got to play in that sandbox.
Now imagine the strength of that storytelling with Nate Bartsch art.
Yeah.
No, that is exactly, like, for me at least, I want to see those worlds come to life in a way that we've never gotten to see it. And the thing is, yes, we would bring our kids to that movie, I'm sure, especially if it was out in the theaters and stuff, because we love it. But why not play it up to those of us who grew up with it for a little bit first? And the thing is, like, the Filmation, like, I understand why you would feel that way, Jay, about the Filmation, but we've had that. My problem is we've had that, and that's all we've had is, like, our baseline growing up in the 80s, and that's probably what a lot of the generations growing up have been raised on because of us.
Yeah.
Show us what we never got to see before. Blow the roof off the joint with something. And it's like we never got to see the canon version either.
Yeah.
You know, we never got to see that. And that was one where, as a kid, there's no Battle Cat. Where's Orko? What the hell's a Gwildor and all that? Yeah, sure. Completely understand.
How do I even rip a Grizz? This is crazy. What's going on here?
It's late at night and I'm just losing my mind.
I'll be honest. Hey, I'll be honest. If this did go down, I only got one cat in mind, and I know it's a heavy cat and it probably played out, but if Peter Jackson took a swing at He-Man, bro, I guarantee you it would be outrageous.
I definitely like to see his interpretation. I'd love to see Guillermo del Toro's interpretation. I'd love to see so many different looks at these, right? But I'm not saying that it should be a continuation of Filmation. No, what I'm saying is that it should have that whimsicalness of that as well, right? Like it can start off as like you're right. When I first saw Adam coming out, Adam being a part of the Tiger Tribe, right, and Ram Man, being part of that too. I thought that was cute. I really did, and it really did harken to the idea that they came.
Cute.
It was cute. It was cute.
Cute.
It was cute as hell. It was cute, but it's not Ular, right? It's not that story. It's another story entirely.
Would you be turned off if it was like in a 300 type of rendition?
Again, if it's done tastefully, sure, why not? I mean, like I'm down for anything, right? Like anything Franz Frazetta. I mean, like that's I'm a huge Conan fan. I love Conan's one of my favorite movies of all time.
This is Eternion. Kicks him into a pit, like.
Yeah. But it's got to be done.
Have you all read the Sunbird Legacy? The comic? Okay. What was that? 83 or something? 84?
Probably 83 or 84, yeah.
That I just reread that the other day, and that's an excellent premise for a movie. There it is. Yep. There it is. The Sunbird Legacy.
Oh, we're getting spicy in the comments.
I was gonna say I have to stop things here and interrupt. Skelevator, we have hit a whole new level.
Yeah,
we
guys
actually
have made it.
have bots. We have bots in the chat.
You're welcome.
Do something.
It's the Slave Leia thing.
Yeah,
Dole brought them right through. Thank you, Dole.
Like Slave Leia.
Wow, the Sunbird Legacy.
That's the hentai in the living room saying, "Come back to bed."
We have finally made it as a big time YouTube show. We had bots in our chat.
That's right. Board bots. As
bots, yeah.
Well,
but there's tons of stories on the mini comics that would resonate well as a movie. I absolutely agree with that. 100.
All the first 4 would make a great movie, but that Sunbird Legacy, read it again. It's awesome. Yep. So I want to say, wait, where did Ray go?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I made it.
There you are. This has been, you guys. We're coming to a close here, but this has been amazing. This has been Oz and Bobby and I had this like dream to do a Friendsgiving, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. Thank you all so much for doing this, and the conversation has just gone into all the areas that we wanted it to go in the best possible way. And so I just want to say thank you. Thank you all for being here.
Me too.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
I also want to say, click like and subscribe to all the YouTube things.
Right.
All the links for everybody's channels are down below. I'm going to add a few extra things by tomorrow. But definitely, folks watching this, if you're not subscribed to everybody in the Awesomverse, definitely do that. And also, if folks have Patreons, definitely consider supporting. I know, money's tight for everybody. We know that. But if you do feel like you have a few dollars here and there to contribute to folks, please do so. Support the collecting community, and in a way, you're supporting yourself. And Ryan has something to say right there with his. Is you doing this with your headphones, or are you ready to say something?
Oh no, I'm relaxed. I'm listening to you. You're doing great. Keep going.
I'm gonna say something. Yeah, keep your eye out and get yourselves your Mythic Legions.
We got a war going on over here.
Try not to be jealous of the Too Bad that you see down on the screen. He's coming. Too Bad is coming.
By the way, you could check that out on Collecting Classics. We got the YouTube video up. Remember, like this and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Ray's making fun of how long it takes for me to say that, I think.
Oh,
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar coming in with the tongue lasher action that Mattel couldn't replicate.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, this is what they replicated. Exactly this.
Right. It's there.
Anybody else? Have any last words?
Thanks.
Until next time.
Yeah, thank you, Oz. Thank you, Skelevator. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Legends of Great Skull podcast. Sean, Bobby, Joel, Mega J. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to everybody that's tuned in. Remember, Collecting Classics is on Instagram and YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I just like to say, guys, everybody take a moment, check out everybody's channel here. They're all great creators. They work hard, and we do this. We all do this for the love of this community. Everybody here is a wonderful creator, and definitely. But just don't check out the Canadians. The Canadians don't count. Only the Americans. Just check out the American creators. The Canadian creators, you can leave them aside. That's okay. We're the 51st state. I mean, we're a different country entirely. 100%. No. Happy Thanksgiving to all our American brethren out there. Ryan, anything to add on that one?
No. I think I'm just totally stoked to be invited and be here and be part of this, just like anyone else. And there's a lot of YouTube toy streamers now. There's a whole bunch of us. I mean, everyone from there's my two Dans. That's what I call them, Pixel Dan and Dan Larson. My two Dans. Yep. And then we've got Geek Dad Jay and Geek Dad John from Toy Geeks. Mm-hmm. We got Kevin from Toying Around. These are all really good, positive channels that help build and lift communities. And you are, and I feel like that's what everyone here is a part of that as well. And I think this is really, really good, positive stuff. And I think we just need more of that because it's just, I don't know, it's easier to be happier about this stuff.
I agree.
Absolutely.
And thank you all for joining us in the chat too. I know we maybe have not acknowledged every single one of you, but the chat has really been popping tonight. And we do need this. My Two Dans would be a great sitcom, and I think that would be awesome, epic. But thank you all so much. Oz, anything you want to say before we part ways? Bobby?
Well, I was going to say, I agree with Brick too here. We need more toy sisters.
Yes.
More of the female toy community needs to jump up. I mean, there's quite a few out there already, guys. Don't act like there's not. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, because there's Laura Legends, also
That's
Canadian.
Right.
Laura Legends,
That's
right?
absolutely.
She's got her own show. It's pretty popular as well. So.
Yeah. We got Holly Popper here. She's in the house. She's a fellow female collector.
Nice.
Yeah, Toy Sorceress. She's another one as
Toy
well.
Sorceress.
Abigail Gardner from the Yes Have Some podcast, and also Toy Anxiety.
Toy Anxiety. Agree. And there are quite a few, but I agree. I mean, I'm always happy to see more. I love people that enjoy showing their passions. It's fantastic. And
you had to phrase it like that, hey?
Yes, I did. But again, just to piggyback off of everybody else, I gotta love all the guys that came before that paved the way for the rest of us to be able to come out and join and jump in where we're at now. Because if it wasn't for them getting out there and doing it and inspiring us, we wouldn't be doing this right now. And
that's right.
Constantly getting messages about new guys wanting to get their channels up and bringing new stuff, new content. And I think it's great because, we're inspiring others to do the same thing, to find.
Yeah, which is crazy because just for everybody to know, I started the same time Oz did. Like he saw the day that I started the IG page. I started in August myself, and so it's a great time to be a part of this, especially with guys like Oz. Shout out to my boy Oz that way. And thank you guys again. Once again, I really appreciate the community and all the support. I'm really thankful, especially on today. I have a lot to be thankful for. Not enough time to go down that list, but yes, thank you guys again. Truly appreciate it.
Yeah. Bobby, how about you?
Oh man, I don't have anything else to say really. Just that I'm appreciative that everybody's here with us tonight, and it's been fun talking with everybody, and continually talking to everybody, which is it's great, and just becoming a good community. And like he was saying, be positive about everything. There can be some negativity, but most of it's positive. And yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to be here and creating with all you guys. And like Ray, I just started doing this in August as well. I've been on Twitter for a couple of years, and I got a real good following, talking to people all over the country. Almost 3,000 followers on that, but it's I expanded now into doing shows, and it's just been a lot of fun, and I'm real happy to be with you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby! Hey!
Punk rock.
That's right, folks. Make stuff, do things, talk about toys, be proud of what you collect, and we'll see you in the next video.